Yo, shut up! Welcome to Noir Bar, live from the Chase District in Noir City in the year of our Lord, 1942.
What was that?
I've been really digging iced tea lately. That's how he says hello. Yo, shut up! This is Polly D. And as you can all see from our brand new Vitaray technology trademark powered hyper-accurate mantle clock, it is exactly 11:30 p.m. Eastern on the dot. So come on in, grab a seat, put your drink orders in, and get comfortable for a late night layback time of banter, booze, broads, and bullets. And joining me at the bar tonight are two people that apparently haven't been listening to iced tea over the past couple of weeks. Far and Sam. Far, how's it going?
All right. Why the fuck would I be listening to iced tea?
Because you got
Racking
cool.
up the body count.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you got choices with the man. I mean, you can go heavy metal thrash or West Coast gangster hip hop. I mean, that's options, man.
I'm okay with not going through with those options.
No. Did his track about shooting people who say mean things about him on the internet get to you?
I don't know if it got to me more than I just didn't really care that much for it.
The track's like, wait till I show you the donation I made out of it.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, it's almost done too. You'll get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the way it starts with the nerdy guy going, I don't even like iced tea. I prefer lemonade. That fucking kills me. It's so stupid. Sam!
It kills him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he reached through the phone to strangle his ass. I keep threatening to fucking give you guys a shake. It's going to happen one day. Sam, how are you doing?
Well, Polly, if I have to be frank with you, I feel like I've been on a week-long march with the Colombian army.
Really? Nose packed and everything?
I'm some kind of way, dude. I'm some kind of way. As I mentioned in chat earlier, I'm currently consuming my liquid defibrillator. Oh.
Coffee?
Head screwed back on. Yes.
I know.
That's my new nickname.
Hey, he got it.
Yeah, I knew a guy who used to say that. I haven't had my coffee yet to get my heart started, and I'm like, man, we're EMTs. That's not funny. Like, I mean, for real.
Look, I'm just saying, man. Don't put a stethoscope up to my heart right now, like up to my chest,
Mhm.
rather, and have a listen. You could dance a fucking samba to that bullshit. You really could.
There used to be a running joke, especially with the like. Strangely enough, around the paramedics, like the guys who had like the superior training, they were like all like battlefield trauma surgeon trained and shit. They were the ones with the worst gallows humor. They're always cracking jokes.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, right. They got straight dark about it. And it's like, hey man, if you go down, all we have is the automatic external defibrillator. It's got no buttons. I can't do nothing. If it doesn't want to shock you, there's nothing I can do. And it's true, actually. An AED has no fire button on it. Like, you know, in like in the movies, they got the two paddles and they rub them together with the jelly and they go clear, thunk, and the person jumps on the table. Yeah, shit. Then you come close to being like that in real life. You hook up the ID in the places where it's supposed to go. You pull the little sticker things off to reveal the adhesive, and then the Skynet takes over. It senses whether the person's fibrillating or not, and will shock them if they are to the voltage that it decides. You're a bystander.
So you're letting AI save a life, basically.
Yeah, but the good news is I get the credit. But if the person dies, it's not my fault. And it was at that time the liquid cat walked through the room.
Freedom. Hell yeah. I just had a mental image, Polly, of like a comedy skit where it's combat medic or what have you, and he takes the defibrillator out and then comically drops it, and when people drop things and then they try and grab it out of the air.
Yeah.
Tries to grab the damn thing and then it activates, and he just like tenses up straight upright and then falls over.
With smoking sideshow bob hair. Yeah.
Right. Imagine if that was the last thing you ever saw on this earth.
Not a bad way to go.
I don't care
really.
if I'm dying of a heart attack or whatever the fuck, man. I'm gonna laugh. That's funny.
Oh, I thought you meant watching someone do
He
that.
died.
I was like, yeah.
He died
exactly.
with a smile on his face. We don't know why.
Cheshire Smurf, thank you very much for the $3. Greatly appreciated. This new 11:30 start time is awesome. I sense some verbal irony here. I don't think he's being completely serious. This new 11:30 start time is awesome. And now that we've finished with the napping portion of the show, we can nap some more. Fuck.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Man, the heckles have been coming in thick and fast lately.
Oh, man.
Is it the time of year, Polly?
Well,
Is it because the sun is setting early?
I know it's not me. I didn't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, start a show on time,
Oh.
for example. I didn't do that at all. Mentrix, thank you very much for the $5 and the Liquid Cat. I'm never going bungee jumping. A broken rubber brought me into this world. Broken rubber isn't going to take me out either.
That's old,
Wow.
man.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm flashing
And that
back to a
was-
really dark lyric.
I don't know why the chat insists on bringing stale material to the show. That's my job.
Oh, yeah.
It's all I've got, Polly. I've got nothing else left. She took the house, man.
Holy shit.
Did she take the kids too? Hot damn.
Oh,
No, but she took my goldfish, and that's as close as I've got. Steve Dave's bullshit reasons. Thank you for the buck. About earlier, capital B people have been. Oh, okay, right. Okay. About earlier, capital B people have been a bigger carbon footprint because airlines like Delta took the. I was just curating.
Reading
what he
ahead
was-
on that
I was
one,
just curating. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. I was just checking it out. I was just reading ahead.
Uh-huh.
See, I opined earlier that black folks have a larger carbon footprint.
Okay.
Not because I did anything wrong. We were just postulating ways of working DEI requirements into green energy solutions. And I'm like,
that's terrible, Polly. How could you?
yeah, I know. Like, I'm sure their ideas were less clever than mine. And then, why do I get blamed for these things? Then, because this is AAA, right? And Sinatra, like the next thing he reads is a marathon runner. This is tragic. For a minor fight that she got into her with her husband, he fucking poured gasoline on her and lit her on fire.
Holy shit.
And I said, see,
Oh.
that's a big carbon footprint.
Oh my god, Polly!
See, that
Where
was the
were they?
reaction right there.
Where were they, Polly?
Yeah,
Somehow?
I fucking wonder why.
I was trying to diffuse a tense situation with humor. Okay.
Well, he was trying to defuse some gasoline by the sounds of it.
Yeah. Okay. Let me finish
So
reading.
how
my-
does that contribute
defibrillated.
to the carbon? So how does that donation contribute to the carbon footprint, Polly?
Well, okay,
Well-
combustion, yes, but I'll have you know that modern gunpowder is an oxidizer and produces its own fuel. Far.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
So it's
Although
not.
that may just
no.
be counteracted by the panic fart that particular donation induces.
No. Well, Valine's going to like the newest donation the most. It's like
Oh,
twice
fuck
as
yeah,
long.
sure.
It's like all of the violence, a lot more gunshots. It's great. I really outdid myself. About earlier, okay. So anyway, sorry. Steve Dave's bullshit reasons. About earlier, capital B people have leave a bigger carbon footprint because airlines like Delta took the extra ink from us. Now, lowercase W people, that's us, to capitalize their B's. Oh, and Newport cigarettes too. What about Newport cigarettes? No, I mean I get the
They-
illusion, but like,
They burn quicker?
but they don't though. They have more
What kind of
nicotine and
flavor?
stronger menthol flavor. That's why I smoke Newport.
Well, to be fair, Polly, you are an honorary B.
An honorary one.
Yeah.
Fuck you and Quiz. You guys can get together and conspiratorize about how I'm actually secretly black. What the fuck?
Well, who said anything about black? I was painting a mental picture for the chat of an otter in a bee suit. It was delightful and whimsical.
That is
Why you
actually
gotta make it
that
about
is
race,
that is
Polly?
whimsical actually. With the little
I am
antenna
slightly
on and
borrowing
everything.
from.
Gamer Valine, thank you very much for the $18 and the the AED would have went off. Now that you're awake, the man asked me what gun I want next. I narrowed it down to an M1 Garand in 4570, a 1022, or a Colt Python 357. Once I said a pistol whip, he didn't get why a revolver.
Because it's chonky.
Wait. Once, I had said, so once Valine had said pistol whip, he didn't get why a revolver. I mean, like, as in the Colt Python 357. Why wouldn't he have? Anyone will tell you the best tool for pistol whipping somebody is a long-barreled, heavy-barreled revolver.
Oh, I was going to say, a hammer?
Well, I mean, if it's got to be a gun, If it's a projectile instrument, I mean, a heavy-barreled revolver is basically like a lead pipe with a handle on it. It's great.
Practically designed for smacking fuck out of people.
Right. Hold on.
I've come to greatly appreciate. Well, first of all, I've come to greatly appreciate that because it's delightful.
Oh wait, why don't I have the Noir Bar donations on? And why didn't you tell me, Far?
I want it to be a surprise for you. I don't fucking know. I thought you knew.
I thought you knew. You know how tired I am?
I wanted it to be a surprise for you.
That was good.
Well played, Phil. Well played. Round of applause in chat. That's good. That's good.
Serper 21.
Didn't
Oh,
even
hey,
skip
Serper
a beat.
21. How's it going? Thank you for the $3. Polly in a bee suit? Polly, are you trying to bring back old SNL bits? No.
No,
Yep.
but you know who is? SNL.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon, if his witticisms on his late night show are any kind of indication. Holy shit, dude.
Oh God,
More
what
like
have you
Jimmy
done?
Fallow.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon. He just lays there.
What has he
like
done?
all of his jokes.
What has he done?
Nothing.
of
That's
great
just
import.
it. He is
Yeah.
very one-dimensional or two-dimensional, rather. Like he's just flat, awkward dude. Imagine the most awkward guy that you knew in like a high school. The Wallflower, the Poindexter. Him, but in a very expensive suit. That's Jimmy Fallon.
Not like Craig
Oh
Ferguson.
boy,
No, not like Craig
that's
Ferguson
not
at all.
good.
Dude, what American late night comedy needs is,
It's Polly.
well,
Needs Polly.
when people said that, why don't you go do like radio? You got a face for radio. And I'm like, because my career would be like a week long.
Yeah, one Polly word and it'd be all over.
Yeah. I wasn't built for shit like that. Ooh, I have waffles. How's it going? What?
That sounds like something you'd announce as you walked into the staff room on campus, Polly. I have waffles. How's it going?
I would, and you don't.
I have waffles. You don't.
Exactly.
You're jealous of my waffles.
I love that name. I would not. Okay, between M1 Grand 4570 and 1022, I'm assuming in 22. Because I mean, it also comes in other things, but you want it in 22 or a Colt Python 357. The Grand.
Nobody's worth that much.
Oh Jesus.
Good. Better than that.
There's my answer. A Thompson submachine gun in 45 with the drum magazine. That's what you want, Valine.
Fuck yeah.
But since those can't be ordered through coupons in the back of the newspaper anymore.
Sadly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not like a rumor or a myth. Like in 1942, you really could mail order a Thompson submachine gun.
I know, you've shown me the order forms.
Our rights are being curtailed day by day. It's a sad state of affairs.
truly is.
I eat Mike Tyson's ass. Thank you for the 690 and the highly clippable moment for me. Fucking hell.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. I could see Polly's face in neon lights. Circuit breakers, barely able to contain the power. Polly! All right.
Did I put whiskey in this coffee?
I don't know. It said it was Irish breakfast.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible then.
I told you, you can't just drink half a bottle of fucking cheap whiskey in the morning and call it tea.
Hey now, I'll have you know it's expensive whiskey in this economy.
It's a whiskey. It's a little whiskey, Polly. Won't hurt anyone.
It's been expensive since the famine, to be sure.
What was the joke? Oh, right. The Irish 7-course meal. A 6-pack and a potato. Fuck. That's so mean. See, we're
That's so
equal
true.
opportunity racists and bigots here. It's fine. Everyone gets a chance. Next, the Germans. Okay. Thank you very much. I like to eat Mike Tyson's ass. Or, no, I eat Mike Tyson's ass. That's what it says
that's
here on the
probably
screen,
something-
okay? I'm just reading as written.
Oh my god.
That's probably something you shouldn't say when you walk into the staff room on campus.
I don't even get it. But whatever. YouTube Steve Dave, thank you for the $1.69. I can predict when chat lets me down as often as I can predict what cigarette a Black Otter is going to order. Newport Shorts, soft pack. Right, Black Polly. Black Polly. And thank you for capitalizing the B. Your effort is appreciated, sir. Anyway, smash that like button, asshats. No, I don't like the soft packs. I don't really understand why people tend towards them anyway. It's just a great way of getting your cigarettes crushed because you're going to sit on them.
Soft packs as in made of paper as opposed to, rigid card.
Yeah. Like, well, technically the inside's like, it's like 2 layers, foil on the inside and paper. Yeah, on the outside.
Yeah, that's just a bad idea, especially if it rains.
Well, if you're like most people, or me anyway, like you only take the plastic because it's got the little like zip tie that goes around the outside. You pull the tab and it, you only take the top of it off and you leave the bottom of it on because somehow in your mind it's, engaging in freshness.
Mm-hmm. It seals the nicotine good and sin.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't take your loaf of bread out of the bag and just leave it sitting in the fucking cupboard like that, would you?
No, God no.
But I'm a Newport Menthol and hundreds if I can get them because, hey, more nicotine for the same price.
That's the best.
Remember when Sin told me that he smokes hundreds?
Yeah.
I told him he'd come a long way, baby, and he told me to fuck off.
No, I used to smoke. I used to smoke hundreds when I smoked pre-rolled cigarettes.
When you say hundreds, like, people think of Virginia Slims, like a third the circumference of or diameter of a normal cigarette.
Oh.
Yep.
John Player Special Crystal Blacks for me. I don't know why they renamed them Crystal Blacks as opposed to Blacks, but there you go.
John Player Special Crystal Blacks.
Yeah.
Fuck. Why do you get to sound so cool at 7-Eleven buying cigarettes?
I wouldn't buy them from 7-Eleven, Polly. Come on.
Can I get a pack of extra swag?
That's the biggest scam they got going over here on the hundreds, because there's stupid arbitrary limits on how much tobacco can be in tobacco products, like pre-rolled ones. There's not really that much more tobacco in the 100s anymore.
Well, they just make the filter longer?
Oh yeah. Fucking scam.
You trying to tell me that France regulated something that didn't require regulation?
I know.
That's
To
shocking.
the shock of of a disgusted nation.
I mean, what defines Frenchmen? Like bread, wine, and cigarettes. You know, don't regulate these things.
Honestly, I'm waiting for the representation after our taxation in this country.
Hey, that was cool. It was like an epilogue.
It kind of was, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It's pleasantly bookended.
Yeah.
And part 2 begins. Nice. Nice. It's all coming together.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Yeah. Everything's coming up, Millhouse. Gamer Verlaine, thank you for the true 50. What's the new dono? Also, the M1 is the obvious 3006 or 4570 rifle was what I meant.
I like an 06.
Yeah, I gotta go with the, like, if you're getting an M1, yeah, fuck it, go traditional. I think you'll thank yourself in the long run. I mean, I don't have one, but I would. You know, if you're gonna get like a 4570, like you want like a trapdoor, you know, something that was originally chambered for. If you're gonna go with like vintage era, you know what I mean. And I'll tell you something about the vintage era things. The Colt Python 357 that you're looking at. I mean, Colt Pythons are great guns. I have my dad's right here with me now. I mean, not at this moment because I'm drinking and guns and liquor don't mix. But it's an original Colt Python when they tuned them at the factory. And I mean, don't believe me, test me. You can look this up. The new Pythons that they started making after one of the main characters on The Walking Dead started carrying one, and this hype built up around them. No shit, Far. That's really why.
Of
Oh, for
course.
Yeah.
Fucking course.
Yeah, Ricky Grimes, right?
Yeah. And people are like, oh shit, that ain't no Smith & Wesson. That's a Colt Python, baby. And so, you know, everyone wanted one. And they're like, the people at Colt are like, wait, that's us. We made those.
Money.
Yeah, right. Yeah. There's more to this world than continually filling U.S. government contracts for M4s. You know, yeah, shockingly, the commercial market's there. Ignorant
Bring back
bastards.
the bread and butter.
Yeah. I could send you pictures of it there, Valina, and point out like the differences, but I mean, you can just look at like a picture online and see the difference. They're not factory tuned. The trigger is not nearly as nice. So in other words, they're just as expensive, but with none of the quality that's associated with them. They don't even blue them properly anymore. My dad's is like blued like black glass. It's so fucking slick. I'm just lucky that I'm not a revolver fanatic, or I'd be like, what gun? What are you talking about? You never gave me a gun. I'm not gonna do that. That is his baby of all of the guns that he has. That's his favorite. Somebody offered him $2,600 for that gun.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a tidy sum.
No, because it's an original mint condition, like old. Like the price on Pythons jumped after the new ones came out, and people were like, "Oh, hey, these suck." And then so you know, as demand goes up, so does price, and there you go. And it's like, yeah, but my dad's one of those guys who's bury me with my guns. So yeah, no, that's theoretical value. He's never gonna sell.
That's respectable.
But yeah, I would go with the 3006. I want to see. Fuck, oh yeah, you have fired a Garand, Valine. Yeah, ping. Yeah, ping. Exactly. Big old heavy gun, but delightful. Rotten Corpse, thank you for the $5. I'd like to do a long slide for an inebriated gun broker purchase. Yeah, inebriated. I'd like to do a long slide for an inebriated gun broker purchase, but the majority of the Glock aftermarket caters to the 9mm, so finding the 40 parts is a bitch. Really? Like, what about all the well, I have no idea what aftermarket parts you're looking for. Like, obviously not just maintenance parts. You mean like, remilled slides and shit like that. Yeah, okay, I know what you mean. I was gonna say, like, with all the police trade-ins, like half the law enforcement agencies in the United States had Glock 22s for like 10 fucking years straight. That was the toast of the town for a minute. Thank God that's over. But they all want anemic 9mm.
Why is that not working? What the fuck? Give it a second.
I'm waiting.
Why? Come on, Streamlabs, work with me. Thank you. Thank you, Rotten Corpse, for the $5. Oh no. Okay. Why didn't the lifeguard rescue the hippie?
Because he smelled better in the water drowning.
Because he was too far out, man.
I'm tired enough that was really funny. That was good. I was okay with that.
Oh, if you like that, you'll love this one. Thank you very much, Spinny on Cough Up a Lung for the $3. Says, my friend Kent rode a camel to see his friends Benson and Hedges in Newport. Then Kent met Carlton, who challenged him to a Pall Mall bowling match. Kent was cool, so he played. And with lucky strikes, Kent had the vantage,
Holy
and
shit.
Carlton got misty and left.
Holy shit.
You
know, the only reason I get any of
that
this
was actually really good.
is not because I smoke. It's because of when I used to work at the grocery store, we used to have to sell cigarettes as well. We had the cabinet behind us. That is the only reason I get any part of what you just said.
Thank you, Rod Corbs, for the $5. He says, at least there is a slight aftermarket for Glock. It's basically non-existent for other manufacturers. Yeah, unless you really want to start throwing some serious money around. Yeah, true. And thank you, you tell him Steve Dave for the buck. He says, I have a totally serious, not at all racist or whatever question for everyone's favorite Frenchie on this show. Yep, totally innocent. Nothing sus about this. So why do you need blue and red ink if the white flag gets so much use? Well, it's to underline all the spelling mistakes in that dono. No, thank you very much.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Oh.
Garter Dingle, thank you very much for the big 20. Greatly appreciated, sir. Polly, I hope you're doing better. Fuck, I'm tired like I thought you knew. Glad to see you have the bar open tonight. We do. Found a bottle of blends tonight for MSRP. Nice. That's a fucking win.
Sweet.
Enjoy a glass of that turning into the best late night bar.
How dare she? I wanted that cake.
I think it's pretty clear that God Emperor Dingle opened that Blanton's pretty quick. I think
How
he's
dare
loaded.
he? I wanted that drink.
Yeah.
Thank you, Serpent21, for the $3. No joke, but I was thinking you were about to say that you and the employees smoked while working at the grocery store.
Holy shit.
Far, you and I have to talk.
Hi. What? Why?
Let's run the show.
Oh, I
Sitting
see.
silently would be counterproductive.
Because you can figure out whole new notification setups for people's Windows operating systems. Like, why have the computer go bonk when you hit a key instead of, hitting the dialogue window that it's asking you to? What everybody wants to hear is that did.
When the USB device fails to connect properly.
Yeah. It lets out a scream of pain. Sure.
Don't test me, Polydub. I'll do it.
Mm. Next stop are custom fucking
Thank
horns
you,
for your car.
Thank you, name that Polly read completely unironically for the $6.90. You're not clipping me. Ha! Australian soldier in World War I gets sent to an English unit. He's really keen on proving his worth to the point of recklessness. Officer asks him, tell me, son, did you come here to die? Oh, God. Australian replies, nah, sir, I came here yesterday.
That's good. That's good. You got that one, Polly?
Yep. Sorry, I'm just reading through here.
Oh, man.
Fuck, they make an M1 in 458. I read that as 450 Bushmast. I've got like an irrational love of the 450 Bushmast. And I make no apologies for it.
As indeed you should.
It's big, it's fat. They call it the thumper for a reason. 200 grains, 22
I have
per second.
wobbles. Loves my donos. See? Someone likes them.
You're just angling for free waffles. Fuck off.
Coins are back, bitches!
I knew that was coming.
You always suspect coins. Coins. Thank you. You tell him Steve Dave for the $1. And one more dollar, but nothing. Okay, and one more dollar, but nothing racist against Aussies for you. Instead, some solidarity. Because you understand selling cigarettes from that fucking cabinet. And sometimes the key wouldn't work right, so you had to jiggle it a little to get in there. We didn't actually, Okay, so the cabinets that we had, I think we locked them at night with a roller door. They were not locked during the day. It was a whole dodgy mess with those cabinets anyway. Like, I was 17 selling cigarettes. That can't be legal.
Why? How old do you have to be to buy them?
That can't be fucking legal. Over 18.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, not 1942, hey, Polly?
No. I mean, regulations. Fuck, they don't even have filters.
Madness.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, the cabinets
Instagram
were very
models
funky,
of-
though.
Instagram
Like, I
models
will
of
agree with
shambles.
that.
Which Hitchcock film is that from? Where Audrey Hepburn, she asks for a cigarette, and the guy hands her one, and she breaks the filter off at the end and turns around, sticks the other, like the lighting end in her mouth. She goes, I can't stand those things. It'd be like drinking coffee through a veil. What's the point? Fucking based Hepburn, man.
National treasure.
Yeah.
It really was.
Coffee through a veil. Oh. There we go. For those who recognize it, the Buntline special. Nope. Oh, things
There
are going crazy.
Oop.
Things
Oh.
trying to get it centered. Cooperating. No?
Stop resisting.
Yeah. Nope. Okay, well, just trust me. The barrel just keeps going. It runs right off of the frame. That's how fucking long that barrel is.
It just keeps going
There we
and
go.
going.
There's a barrel from the other side. Another Colt Single Action Army. So, why is the barrel so long? Because Wyatt Earp wanted to crank people over the back of the head and really wanted them fucking brained. And it worked.
Also, you can shoot the people all the way over there.
Yeah. Now, it's not known as a quick draw gun.
Really? I'm shocked.
Yeah. It takes a while to pull out of your pants. But, you know, some of us have to deal with that problem. Anyway.
Is that a called Buntline, or you just happy to see me?
It needs a foregrip, right? One of them collapsible deals, a little pick rail on the bottom of your Colt Single Action Army barrel. Don't look ugly at all.
Oh dear.
I'm surprised that barrel ends up being like functionally suppressed. By the time the bullet gets to the end of the barrel, the pressure of the outside air has been equalized. It's fine. Ball just kind of rolls out of the end of the barrel. So you don't really aim this gun so much far as you just press the barrel against the guy's head who's standing across the street. And it's kind of,
Now we have lads.
it's a lot more like a stun gun than it is a firearm, in that you reach out and touch someone with it, you know.
Reach out and touch some.
It's like so many things.
I suppose it piques you. La bola más grande.
Do not scream at Dutch Schultz how big your balls are while grabbing your balls if you don't already have your gun in your other hand. No, so he had to reach for his gun there. That was his mistake.
Yeah. Well, that being said, I don't think he'd have made it across the threshold into, you know, Dutch's office there if he had his gun drawn. Frankly.
Yeah, good point. Well, I mean, that's what's so vicious about that is that's the guy he came up with. That's his running partner and friend.
Well,
But
didn't talk shit.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, Dutch Schultz was out of his fucking mind. That's why Tim Roth is a great actor. He's really fun to watch. Godham Tinkle, thank you again for the buck and turning into the best late night bar. Fuck. Alcohol is a hell of a drug mixed with sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation, gang strong. Yeah.
Okay.
Floor gang for the win, man. Just room starts spinning. Hold on, you'll be fine.
Yeah, ceiling gang is cringe.
Yeah, totally. That's why if you fall down on the ground when drunk, fall face first. You don't have to look at the cringy ceiling, and if you throw up, you won't drown. That's what got Jimi Hendrix, you know.
Jesus, Polly.
What? What I read.
What got Alexander the Great?
Really?
Not so great now, is he?
Is that true?
Well, he allegedly had a nosebleed while he was sleeping.
And he
presumably drunk
hemophilia
and-
right out.
Well, it choked on it because rather than running down and out through the nose, it ran back through the sinuses, and yeah, choked to death on his own blood from a nosebleed. That's what I read anyway.
I don't know. That sounds to me like his chambermaid just like, did him in with a pillow over the head. But Gamer Bleen, thank you for the 450. Does your cult look like the one I sent in my DMs? I'll check DMs real quick. That is my best friend's. He inherited it from his dad, so I imagine it's an original run like most of his valuable guns. See, that's a dad gun, Colt Python. And nothing wrong with that. It just, like everyone's dad's got one.
Not mine.
Well, your dad lives in Australia. He's got an excuse.
He also doesn't want a gun, shockingly.
That's a
He's okay with toy guns. For some
yeah, that's
reason.
right. I remember that. When y'all were over here, you bought one, right, and took it back. And oh yeah, the pellet gun that he came back from the Asian Pacific with and through security, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They will snatch up a Chinaman with fucking dried octopus in their luggage, but your dad sneaking realistic-looking pellet guns in, not a problem.
absolutely
Yeah.
fine. Thank you for the $6.90 from someone that eats Mike Tyson's ass. Visited France once, had to kill a vampire. All I had to drive into his heart was a baguette. It was painstaking. That's good. Oh, that's quite good. Get it? Painstaking. Two good. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's pretty good. I'm writing that down. I'm stealing that.
Ooh, that is sexy, Blaine. Is that a tourist judge next to it? That cylinder's so damn long. It looks like 410 shell long.
Sorry, I'm just still caught up on painstaking. This make my morning.
Why did you send me a picture of a human hand reaching out of a bunch of broccoli?
What?
I don't
What?
know.
Who sent you this?
Valine.
That does track, but I still have questions.
Like it's right out of focus. Clearly broccoli. And there's a human hand coming out of it.
Is she gonna reach through the broccoli to give you such a shake? Is that it? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Valine, explain yourself, woman.
There's all sorts of dark leafy green vegetables in this fridge, so it's supposed to like look all like extremely healthy. But don't think I didn't notice those 4 bottles of wine in the fridge door. So,
Oh. Is it at least good wine?
and I can't tell it's out of focus too. You know, when I opened up my the stories here that I hadn't used yet, came across this one.
Mhm.
Or what the hell, man? You don't think I know what this
I
meant?
don't know.
You don't think I knew? I could,
Hey,
I could take a hint.
It was weirdly funny. that they would even write this?
Polly, we've been on the air for like 4 hours. It's time to shut her down. Really? 4 hours? Doesn't feel like it. Oh, it's true. Man, you crack one joke about it being a smooth ride into senility for you, and everybody suddenly act like they can take advantage of your dementia.
I have no idea who said that.
The only thing I knew for sure was this. Every son of a bitch that worked for her. They were all gonna be better off dead.
Paul Simon's lesser half. Thank you for the $3. Garfunkel.
That's the guy.
Yeah. Now, I don't know who named their daughter Garfunkel, but that's who Paul Simon married. Anyway. My friend runs really creepy slideshows. For one slide, he said, quote, "This slob I went with for a year until I got so sick of her ball busting. I couldn't get it up anymore." I can't remember her name. Fuck. Fuck.
Fuck is right. What?
Now, chat, so here's the thing. Sam and I take a lot of guff off of Far, who questions our heterosexuality often. Now, I would submit for her consideration that this is what misogyny actually sounds like, Far.
I'd be inclined to agree.
We were talking about you in that the other day in Eve's server, trying to explain how often you bring it up. Are you sure you guys like women? And I was trying to explain it, and after I'd been talking for a couple of minutes, and I realized I wasn't doing a very good job, and I'm like, I just gotta like let this whole thing go. I'm like, well, of course we. Remember, Sam? I compared it to crooked gambling in the Old West.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, is it?
How did you think that was going to fucking work?
Well, because
I haven't even heard the argument, but just I can tell that
I
that's
don't
a
need
terrible
to.
argument.
It's an old line, right? Now I'm a big fan of westerns and frontier history and shit. Why do you even gamble then? If you know all of the games are crooked, especially Pharaoh, this one card game, in the Old West was popular. Why do you even bother to play? And the famous answer was, because it's the only game in town. That's all there is.
Yeah, this is still a terrible argument.
Yeah, I know. And see, I thought I was onto something. I was like, it's like, well, you complain about women a whole lot, And I'm like, yeah, but I'm straight. It's women are the only game in town. So what are you gonna do?
Sweet curse my hell.
Yeah. It's like the funniest meme I think I've ever seen, or at least top 3 to be sure, is the frog who's dressed like a stately sir. Like, gentlemen, it is my sad duty to inform you that women.
They do be hopping.
So fucking funny. Gamer Valine, thank you for the $9. The explanation is above the broccoli because it's a fucking article. See, this is how they get the reputation, right?
Yeah.
I wonder what I'm complaining about. It's the fucking article. Well, I didn't read that.
In my next package that I, am still planning, I think I need to actually send you both an actual picture that is just, do you even like women? With the dating resume listed at the top.
I will frame
So
it
you have
and
a
put it on
physical,
my wall like
so
a
you have
fucking
a
degree.
physical fucking copy of this. I think this is needed.
I'm serious. I will frame it. I will put it on my wall. My mother will come and see me. She'll notice it. She'll be like, "Huh, you got one of those, huh?"
Yeah, it's authentic Australian.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Isn't it neat?
yeah. Would you believe it? A woman sent it to me.
I talked to a girl. Great. Well done, Sam.
I talked to a married woman.
Yeah, right? It's
It's worth that much.
Good.
Better than that.
Well, let me tell you, Fa. There's a first time for everything, right?
Oh, oh, that reminds me. Well, hold on. Gamerly, thank you for the 650. Better than that. 3 things. Lesser Garfunkel was the talented one. Yes, that is a judge. Lastly, I want to see the new gun dono, but I don't have a way to see it. What? How are you listening to the show? Like you got like a soup can with a string?
No, it's a stunner.
She's using Australian internet.
Right? You know, if you wet the string, the signal is much stronger. It's true. That was part of my merit badge in Boy Scouts.
For the wetting of the string.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a movie title.
The wetting of the string.
Sounds like something I would watch on Red Letter Media.
Except, secretly good.
It's so
I
bad, it's
suppose.
good.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can. I will never forget that it was through Red Letter Media that we saw the worst movie ever made.
Oh God.
What, Minecraft?
No,
No.
I haven't seen Minecraft, and I can still tell you as a matter of factuality that it's better than Born into Mafia.
Anything is better than Born into fucking Mafia.
Yeah. Staring at your TV, not turned on, is better than Born into Mafia.
Yeah, that is a better use of your time too. At least you can think of something in your own head that's of better quality.
Remember
than
better
Born
movies.
Into Mafia.
Yeah.
Catch my own reflection,
Yeah.
It is, I will say, it is worth watching once. Because, the question is, like, just to see how bad can get. Well, we've seen it.
Watch it on 2 times speed. No, 5 times speed. Don't waste your time with it.
And
if you're going to watch it, just speed run it.
Yeah, and there are 2 versions that I know of. And the only way to tell them apart is by the DVD case, assuming that you have it. The one, remember, Var, that was a darker print than the other one because Vitaly Versace can't do the same thing twice for some reason, the writer-director of that masterpiece. There's the longer version that has the therapy scene in it.
The therapist, the giant as fuck tea mug.
She's got a coffee mug that, all jokes aside, it's got a whole
cauldron than mug.
Yeah, at least a gallon, all jokes aside, of internal volume in that fucking mug. But it's not as quote fast paced as the first edition that we saw, that has all of the thought bubble pop-ups.
Yeah, oh God, the word bubbles.
In scenes that aren't meant to be comedic at all. For some reason, there's explanatory notes popping up on screen in the form of cartoon-looking thought bubbles. It's baffling.
Yeah.
It's
just really odd, but at first you're kind of laughing, right? When you see these. Because it's just so ridiculous. Right? Like, you're not expecting it. There's no warning before these things start to pop up.
No.
It just happens. It just kind of happens, right?
And it's
but then
it's
after
only for
like the
part
5th
of
one,
the
you're
movie.
like, oh.
It was only
like the 5th
after
one,
they.
you're just kind of like, oh, this is this is a thing. This is a thing that they're just gonna keep doing. Okay.
Like a highly religious guy who wants to. He loves his mother. His mother died. His father's a mob boss. He got to get away from his father. His father wants him to join the mafia, and he says, "No, I'm really religious. I can't do that." So he goes.
And it ends up being a 10-minute scene.
Yeah, of back and forthing in the limo. You got to join the mafia, but I don't want to. I'm religious. My mother was religious. Your mother's dead. I know. That's why I'm religious. And he flies to the United States, to Los Angeles, to stay with a guy that he had never met before, that he just encountered online, who said, "Come stay at my house." And he was like, "Okay." And did so. And then completely forgot that he was religious, or his mother, or indeed that he had any family at all. and met some woman and just played, you know, gigolo boy Lothario with her and said, "Do you want to marry me?" Like the movie just, it changes vibes constantly throughout it. Like whenever he got like a few bucks, they filmed a bunch more scenes and then didn't for a few months again. So it's like, it seemed like it was always a different script.
You don't watch it.
I don't want to join the mafia. But son, you must join the mafia. But father, I am religious. I do not wish to join the mafia. But you must join the mafia.
Yeah, now imagine that, but for 10 minutes. And you're just sitting there going, when will it end? When will it end?
It's sort of like an alt universe Billy Elliot. But father, I don't want to be a boxer. I want to dance.
Right.
We thought the first movie that we'd seen from Vitali Versace was worse. The blood vamp. What was it called?
Well, yeah, the
Last
Vampire on Earth.
Yeah.
But that was funny though.
Yeah, it like in
I would genuinely
after Born into Mafia, I'm okay with that movie. It's like good by comparison.
I would genuinely recommend The Last Vampire on Earth to people. I would genuinely recommend people watch that. Not Born into Mafia.
Yeah. I mean, it's a harrowing story that's a blatant ripoff of Twilight, except that
exactly
Bella has actual agency.
Holy shit.
I know.
No, she has super aids.
And super aids.
Okay, well, she can't be played by Kristen Stewart then, because, you know.
And she, unlike the Mafia son, actually had religious conviction. They were all Jehovah's Witnesses, which made them all scaredy cats of blood. And, like, you know, he's a vampire, so he's all, like, really into blood. And thus tension is created. So, I mean, the fuck? Like, okay, it's...
Like, it had ideas.
Yeah, it's, like, they're not powerful ideas, but, like, compared to Born in a Mafia, which is, like, you know, Fisher-Price, my first movie script by comparison, it works.
The Last Vampire on Earth one. That's the one we watched, right? Where
yes.
he wants to become a hematologist.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I mean, you know, all the actors from that needed to be fired, preferably out of a cannon, but...
What, you didn't like Shrek?
Yeah, I was going to say, you didn't like
Vampire
blonde,
Shrek?
white Shrek? The guy, chat, that they got to play the Edward stand-in. Like, Edward Cullen's supposed to be, like, handsome dreamboat. They got this fat guy who's, like, 30 with this big paunch and no chin. And it's like, oh, here's our handsome
And what,
vampire.
eyeliner as well?
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. And he was so convincing. I'm, like, 2,000 years old. Really? Did you talk to Jesus? Heard him speak a couple times.
Did you meet Jesus?
Wow.
Man, if there's ever going to be anything that puts an end to someone's goth phase, it's that.
Right. Right, seeing fucking 30-year-old Shrek trying to be a vampire. Yeah. Alongside fucking Bella stand-in, who, you know, was dressed like a porn star like half the time.
What?
I think you fundamentally fail to grasp what porn stars do. They tend not to be dressed. At least not for very long.
Hold on.
Also, I've heard.
Like, the actress who played the Bella knockoff had a stand-in?
No! No, I'm making the claim that, like, she was not exactly well dressed for what kind of movie that they were trying to do. Or maybe she was. I don't know. Maybe she had different ideas of what was going to happen.
She wasn't scantily clad.
Who knows? She had a very short skirt in one of the scenes, Polly.
In one of the scenes, Far.
I'm trying to remember. I did.
For a Jehovah's Witness.
I guess if you're going off of that standard, when you can only wear like a fucking potato sack with a head hole cut in it.
Thank you, Surfing21, for the $5. Super AIDS? Since we're talking about RL, are we sure it isn't Super AIDS? How many creatures in the outback have Super AIDS? I don't know, but koalas apparently have chlamydia.
There's the box.
Yeah, there's
I think people will understand.
Yeah, people. Yeah.
Storm and Norman, thank you for the $3. Hey, this new George Clooney movie, critics are calling it everything From shit to fucking shit. Clooney has a movie out?
A movie? A little movie?
Oh, fucking shit.
And that's all he needs to know about that.
Yeah, it's a vignette, Sam. All right. I did not know that. On here. Find out. Not that I'm going to go see it, but, you know. Not talking about films that make the room like high art.
No. No, I don't think I will.
The Room is good for a once-through viewing, especially if you know some of the stuff about it, because you just, at least I was watching in kind of like anticipation for the things, and it's like, my God, that was way worse than people made it sound. Like that particular scene,
Yeah.
this particular scene, it's like, he really did just look at another grown man and go, cheep, 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 and that was supposed to be like provocative.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many things in the room that, like, the first time you watch it really are baffling, like fascinating, but baffling. I don't even get what's going on. Like, why was he humping her shoulder? I don't.
Yeah, I had the same experience with Birdemic, where like you hear all the things, right? But then you actually watch it, and you're like, this isn't an exaggeration. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Like, the audio quality is garbage. Wow, the start of the movie really is just like 5 to 10 minutes of car footage. Wild.
Yep. Driving the director's car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first bit of dialogue really is just, hi. Hi.
And you can.
They really do just get coat hangers and try to attack shittily put into scene birds.
Yeah, you can swat murderous fucking birds right out of the sky with a fucking coat hanger. Most people don't know that.
Yeah. Life hack: if you're sick of magpies swooping you in spring, just get a coat hanger. It'll really teach them.
This feels like a WikiHow article.
What? How to attack birds?
How to unbird. Yes.
How to unburden yourself from birds.
And now you can move. Now you can move forward into the future, unburdened by what was. Thank you, Game of Live, for the $5. Do you think Polly will tell us or list the new donor amount if I trigger his pet peeves and go the passive-aggressive route? I mean, I don't normally have to ask multiple times. Maybe hinting like a normal female works. It's not finished yet.
Well, okay. I mean, you know, Sam.
Personally.
Well, you know what? I should crowdsource this shit. You know what I'm looking for and I can't find?
What's that?
A piece of footage of empty shell casings falling to the ground, as if somebody had like dumped a bucket of brass that they picked up at the range or something. I actually considered that briefly, just go grabbing a case of a bucket of dirty 45 that I haven't run through my tumbler yet, and just dumping it. But I ain't got no cameras set to my phone. But I should just be able to grab this footage from somewhere. I was surprised. Nothing on YouTube is usable. All the fucking footage that I use for editing and shit, I've just grabbed from somewhere online. Pixel Bay, nothing. I think it's because it's gun stuff.
Yeah, you're probably right. You might have to go on the what would we call this? Can't call it GunTube. Gunble? No, that's not shit. The gun section of Rumble. Might have to go on there.
Have you ever seen the original Gone in 60 Seconds? Yes, I have. The first 20 minutes of the plot is irrelevant. You're there for the 45-minute car chase. Yeah. Yeah. It's like watching Ronin. You're there for the car chases, not the really painful dialogue between Robert De Niro and... I keep wanting to call him Sheriff Roy Bean. Sean Bean. Totally different guys.
Good old Born Sheen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he survives that movie. People say Sean Bean always dies. Not in that movie. I I mean, De Niro dangles
No.
him off a fucking railing and nearly drops him, but nope, didn't kill him. There were scenes before the car chase? Nice outside. Yeah. It's like, really?
He's well versed in the gun katas. Ollie, that's what it is.
Yeah, believe it or not, there's dialogue in between the sex scenes in old porns, too.
Is there?
That's what I've been told.
I might have heard something vaguely about pizza sometime. I don't remember. Somebody's pool needed cleaning. Something. I don't know.
Magpies are why I had a wallet chain. Is that what the fuck happened to my billfold?
Did a magpie
Holy
steal
shit.
it?
Did a marauding bird come down and grab it?
It's just
Maybe in
so
the British
shiny, they couldn't
context.
resist.
It's matte black leather. What do you mean? If anything, it's camouflaged.
Maybe it rained.
You eat a
And the
few
rain was
dozen
really
condor egg omelets and they all get mad. The endangeredness
They
makes them
just wanted
tasty.
payment.
Well, that is why I enjoy dolphin unsafe tuna, Polly.
Oh yeah, they're tasty.
Far as aghast and dismayed at our culinary delights, Polly.
No, I'm just thinking of that one scene from that Deponia game where he makes the fucking tuna out of the dolphin babies. Fuck.
That is a horrifying game, Far. That really,
I
truly is
know.
just horrifying on so many levels.
I know. It's so fucking dark. It's still that whole bit with the fucking rope store still lives in my head rent free. Ooh, they have test samples of the ropes. Ooh, this feels velvety.
He shit in his friend's cat's litter box.
What?
I think I've heard of that one. I wish I hadn't, but I feel like I've heard of that one.
He pulled an Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Polly, Amber Turd.
Yeah. All the best photos from Brad Pitt and George Clooney's Venice weekend. I didn't know they were
Why would I want to see that?
in a
Oh,
poor
God, that's
way
so
with these
gay.
nondescript women. Some of the most fun photos from the longtime friends and their significant others as they celebrate the premiere of the movie Wolves. Okay, so here we go. Wolves? That's really the name of it?
Wolves.
Wolves.
Wolves. Wow.
God, they're not even trying anymore, are they?
Brad Pitt and George
No.
Clooney made around $20 million each from Wolves. Whatever her source was for our salary, it's millions and millions and millions of dollars less than what was reported, Clooney said.
Maybe it's
Right.
still more than you're worth, Clooney. You ever think about that?
I'll be right back.
Apple TV Plus's Wolves review. George Clooney and Brad Pitt dramedy of cleaners in an effortless joyride.
We really need
Wolves
to
isn't
stop
a
making
terribly
new-
complicated movie, as two fixers, simply known as Pam's man, Brad Pitt, and Margaret's man, George Clooney, show up at the same would-be crime scene to do what they do best. Whip and swagger undeservedly.
and bobble their fucking heads.
Uh-huh.
At least one of them.
Oh, they're thinking about Ocean's 14. Yeah.
Oh, for the love of God.
Squeeze
Let
that
it
turnip.
die.
See if you can't get another drop of blood out of it.
Clooney, your wife's name is Amel. Get out of here.
Brad Pitt and George Clooney's rumored Ocean's 14 may have landed a director, and I don't know if I'm totally on board with this shakeup yet. God, news entertainment writers they're the worst.
Julianne Moore and Tilda Swinton got a 17-minute ovation at Venice, but I'd rather watch this silly video of George Clooney and Brad Pitt dancing during Wolf's applause. Yeah, and that's why we don't hate journalists enough.
Yeah. Because they're access
Insufferable twats.
Yeah, and they're access journalists, right? They will write whatever, whenever, and promote what they're told to for for the sake of continued access to actors and to be invited to the Toronto Film Festival and the Cannes Film Festival, and that's what they do. So they can see stupid shit like Brad Pitt and George Clooney dancing around when somebody's applauding them because they got in the way of Julianne Moore, a local homeless activist and rabid Second Amendment opposer who occasionally, I guess, is in films.
Yeah, she's been in a few.
What's a Tilda Swinton?
Tilda Swinton is that. Do you remember the Keanu Reeves Constantine movie?
Yes.
She played Gabriel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's got that androgynous ginger thing going for her.
And why these idiots get an applause? A 17-minute ovation? Holy shit. Who the fuck would you applaud for 17 minutes straight? Seriously, Sam, who would that have to be?
Like myself as a part of a 20-minute evening out.
I can't see myself.
No one.
Yeah, who?
That's a self-deprecating sex joke there, Polly. You can have that one for free.
I mean, Shakespeare back with a whole new fucking folio. Back from the dead, mind you. With new plays. That, at least once a page is fuck and faggot. I still wouldn't applaud him for fucking 17 minutes.
No, I'd get a good 10 out of me, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm in for 10, but... I'm just
17 minutes. Oh, they were probably, knowing Hollywood these days, they were probably roasting the patriarchy. But only the Western one.
What, like the Peter Pan play? The louder you clap, Tinkerbell keeps her wings, or a racist dies if you keep clapping? What?
For every minute that you are applauding George Clooney, a child in Africa gets a bottle of water.
Careful, he'll adopt him.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Assuming Madonna or Angelina Jolie already haven't. Yeah.
It reminds me of this scene from Star Trek Enterprise. They're doing like a mirror universe episode. So it's like, evil twins, everyone's evil. Like mirror darkly versions of their normal characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Captain Archer's like this, maniacal tyrant, as opposed to like good leader Captain Horatio Hornblower type. And he gives this speech to the to his crew as to why they should be behind him, because he's going to overthrow Starfleet Command and take charge himself, because everyone's like hyper ambitious in this world and bloodthirsty. And after he gives like this, what he thinks of as a big like rally cry, he leans over to one of his officers as he's walking out of the room and he says, "After I'm gone, shoot the first person who stops applauding." I'm like, holy shit.
That's
Nero
bullshit.
That's like, whoa, that's like full on drunk Stalin level. You know what I mean? First guy to stop applauding. Shoot him. Everyone will learn a lesson that way. That's how you get 17-minute applauses.
Mm-hmm.
People don't want to catch phaser fire.
Do you think they
just 'cause
had
a
like
bomb is
guns
singing.
aimed at the audience at this thing?
Mhm.
The first person to stop applauding Clooney gets fucking shot.
Stand behind the biggest guy in the room.
The Canadian broadcast of the Enterprise episode Harbinger had a shout out to Paul's bare ass. So did the Blu-rays. Not that.
Sorry, run that one by me again?
So, T'Pol's a Vulcan, right?
Right.
And, they saw how Woman in a Catsuit did really well for the ratings of Voyager.
Naturally.
Right. They had buxom, shapely Jerry Ryan to put in a catsuit and walk around with her pouty lips.
Right.
So naturally, they picked an anorexic woman who looks like she really needs a sandwich and put her in a catsuit that was baggy on her. And I'm kidding. It wasn't that bad. Yeah, so she's supposed to be like a motionless Vulcan, and it bugged me the way they kind of played her character, where it's like she kind of falls for the chief engineer, Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean falls? She doesn't have no emotion. What the fuck? But anyway, her way of letting him know that she liked him was to just, drop trow.
I could get behind that.
And
In front
so
of
the camera angle's like behind her, staring at
Right.
him. And he's like getting ready to like get up and walk out in this moment of frustration because they're kind of having like this little bit of an argument. And she's like, Trip, wait. And she's like takes her robe and just drops like that. She's just standing there ass naked. And that was her like subtle hint. I think
Yeah,
you're
I
all
think
right.
even I think even the autist in me would get that one. That's pretty clear signaling. Ladies, take notes. All right.
This is how you get through to Sam. You just strip right in front of him.
I'm not talking about me because that would be crass. Okay, but I'm just saying if the guy that you like is not getting the image, all right, consider dropping the robe. Just think about
Consider
it.
the following.
I'm not saying do it, but
Because in case you
consider it.
haven't heard, Sam doesn't have no woman cooking his house. That's his job.
Yeah, women in my kitchen.
It's more
That's
likely
what the
than you
basement's
think.
for.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I have an attic.
No tea for you then, Jesus. You let that woman out of the attic right now, Sam.
She doesn't want to leave. She's comfortable there.
Are you sure?
Well, she doesn't say
is that-
much, but sure.
Is it because she's wearing a gag? Or is it she just, is too scared to say anything?
Well, she knows I get antsy when if there's too many loud noises. So
She's
I'm fucking kidding. I
know.
swear to God, I'm kidding.
She's casually trying to, get her hands on like some internet device to go into WikiHow.
I feel.
How to escape an attic.
I totally forgot about that. The WikiHow article on how to escape from a attic if
From
you've
an
somehow
attic,
been
yeah.
trapped there by a psycho killer waiting to harvest your skin. Okay.
Or, you just locked yourself in the attic. It could be either or.
Now,
It was a very
tell me it
vague
doesn't look
article.
like that broccoli's reaching out with a human hand, especially when you haven't slept in 48 hours.
I'm gonna give this one to you, Polly, but it's charitable. Okay, it's charitable.
So what we have here
He says,
is Valine called me all sorts of unsavory things because I was reading, backwards. I was reading from the bottom up. And so I didn't come across. Yeah, she sent this article to laugh specifically at what's going on here. I mean, look, that bunch of broccoli, it hasn't even ripened. It's still green. Okay. Fridgescaping. Cool customization.
will you behave?
What?
It's not ripened. It's still green.
Yeah. Oh,
I'll kick that man's shins.
I will. Someday.
what, I'm supposed to
Anyway, you
believe in some magical white broccoli that just grows on its own out there? It's ripened broccoli, Sam. Fuck.
It's a different subspecies of the brassica, Polly. It's a cauliflower.
Right. And red peppers, green peppers, yellow peppers, totally different plants. Uh-huh.
I had a purple bell pepper the other week. That was interesting.
What, really?
Yeah.
I've had hot peppers that are, purple, violet, whatever, but never a large sweet bell pepper. Really?
Yeah, I have a picture of it somewhere. I completely forgot to send it to you guys. I was going to.
Like, you got to meet some people, man.
I tried that once.
When
It
you're
wasn't
taking
for me.
pictures of peppers.
I mean, I didn't take a picture of it. My brother did, because he came to see me, and he's like, "Is that a fucking purple pepper?" I'm like, "I know, isn't it cool?"
Don't eat it, though. I injected it with dye. That's why it's purple.
I grew
Or
it in
do we? I
Mercury.
don't know.
It's part of my expose on Sir Isaac Newton. real shit. He grew apparently he grew tomatoes in Mercury because it turned them blue, and that enthused him somewhat. And then he ate them and went mad for a few years.
Wait, hold on. Really?
What?
I believe so.
Sir Isaac, we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
See, because it's particularly weird. He's one of those oddballs that believed he could see a color that most other people couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a fairly common claim for mystics and alchemists of the time.
Mm-hmm.
As just an example of how weird of a guy Sir Isaac was. But like, really? He took it so far as to soak in tomatoes and mercury?
Mm-hmm. According to historical accounts, Isaac Newton's obsession with alchemy and his experiments with transmuting base metals into gold led to his exposure to high levels of mercury. This toxic substance, used in the alchemical process, accumulated in his body, particularly in his hair. Samples of his hair have been analyzed, revealing mercury levels up to 40 times higher than average. The prolonged and excessive exposure to mercury likely contributed to Newton's mental decline and erratic behavior in his later years. While the exact nature of his psychosis is subject to interpretation, it is believed that the mercury poisoning played a significant role in his mental health issues.
So,
today you learned.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Well, you can't blame it all, and nor would I want to blame that all on mercury psychosis. He was plenty weird before he decided to start soaking tomatoes.
Oh, well, it's you got to be a little bit mad to be, you know.
To what?
That
Think a system
deeply
of
involved
mathematics or a radio to talk to God? Yeah, you're a little out there.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Elon Musk is pretty weird, right? And he's kind of up there when it comes to running business and all that kind of thing. He's the man is strange. Now that doesn't mean bad, but he is strange.
Is it as strange as turning your fridge layout into an artistic
Coins
statement?
are back, bitches!
I dare say we're about to find out.
Thank you, lazy and wad. I am for the $2.
Lazy dickwad?
And wad.
Oh. No, and
Alphabet spaghetti.
no, that's good. And I like that.
Spelled like ENWARD.
Yeah, N-word. Get it?
I get it.
Okay.
It's like
I
an
get
N-symbol,
it.
10 forward.
Did N-word say something?
Alphabet spaghetti. I said it.
Oh.
No, Scott said that. Did N-word say anything?
I'm hung up on the whole N-word. I like that.
Yeah. First time I read that, I was like, holy shit, that's clever. That's good.
Oh, N-word. Making a note here.
It's like that guy who keeps showing up in Ethan Van Sciver's chat, Forbidden Sandwich.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's a sandwich with like a bologna sandwich with a big old bite missing out of it. And he makes clever points, but like his name, as awesome and funny as I think it is, completely undermines his credibility because Van Sciver will be reading. It's like, Forbidden Sandwich says that. I'm like, I'm not taking anything that follows seriously. Okay, so
Perhaps
those are good names. You know what's not a good name? Autumn Swires.
Yeah, sounds like a disease, doesn't it?
It sounds like AI got fucking tripped up and came up with a really bad fake name.
I'm sorry, Michael. I can't come into work today. The wife's picked up a case of the autumn swires.
Yeah, it does sound like a seasonal depressive disorder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Huh.
In conjunction with my son's dire situation with the bloody flux last week, I just don't think I'm going to be able to make it.
Then it was not a good name? Polydub. You're telling me, BG. I'm the one who's going to walk around with it.
This is the part where I tell BG that, in French, BG is a contraction of bugos, which usually means handsome man, but it's also used as a euphemism for homosexual. It's like another PG. I've been sitting on that one for a minute.
Hey, listen.
Leave it alone, Polly.
When I picked it, I wasn't that long into political science or poli-sci. And I was reading a book that was all about Paul Vario, or Pauly, a mobster. And so yeah, that's why Pauly. But little did I know that fucking super fucking woke weird creepers like Willow Smith were going to start fucking 7 people that they have staying over at their house. And they do know who some of them are, and others are just transient homeless that came through for a quick bang, I guess. And they're all living poly. Oh my God. Quit maligning my name through the mud like this.
Aren't they? This is the thing. Like, they're all aware of each other as well. Like, if you're going to sleep with 7 people, keep it secret from all of them like a decent person. What the hell?
It bothers me. I mean, I picked the name because I wanted it to sound like a nickname from the get-go so people didn't have to nickanize it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And my intentions were fine, and it should have worked out fine. And then, fast forward 5 years, right? And you got some fucking drunken, cocaine-addicted Minnesota lawyer banging his friend's fucking wife in their own bed. And all of a sudden, ooh, Nick's living poly. Like, fucking hell.
I did wonder where you were going with that for a second.
No, I heard that repeatedly with Ricada. People saying, well, he's just living poly. What's the problem? It's what all the kids are doing. I'm like, you guys got to stop this, man. It's not... It's much better and more accurate way to describe him. Man whore. The phrase you were looking for was man whore.
Yeah. Parting up.
He's a cheating degenerate. How about that? Degenerate?
I mean, I think the issue there, though, is more, the things he was doing alongside living poly.
No, I think that's the worst of them, frankly.
No, well, yeah, I mean, that's not good. I'm just saying, and combined with everything else.
It's like I always say, Fart. If you're going to do a crime, do one at a time. Don't have weed in your car and a broken taillight. That's just asking for trouble.
Weed in your car and
Don't
what?
cross the crimes.
Sorry?
You said weed in your car and what?
And a broken taillight.
That's how serial killers get caught.
Yeah, screw your license plate on if you're going to drive a dead, rotting hooker across town. Word to the wise. I wish any of that was inaccurate, but that's actually what happened. I did.
Not the
Someone
part you
actually got caught
understand,
like that.
Your Honor. Let's do this broccoli, Polly. I think we need to,
Move on from dead hookers and cars, yeah.
Yeah.
I see why Valine actually got like, damn it, Polly. Like, no, I get it because I'm sitting here going, like, my God, that fridge looks like the people that were doing the photography.
AI hell?
I'm sorry?
AI hell?
Oh, I didn't even think that. Well, I mean, I guess there is a hand coming out of the broccoli. Then, yeah, that's pretty bad AI fuck up. But at least it looks like a hand. AI's not known for doing those well. No,
who puts?
It looks like a Getty image. You know what I mean? And somebody worked.
No, it does.
And somebody worked way too hard, symmetrically placing the rutabaga next to the beet, next to the tomato, next to with the wine there.
Yeah, like who puts like single vegetables just on shelves in their fridge?
Well, no one, and that's why she, Valine like kind of flipped out and justifiably. It's like, keep reading on top of that. The whole point is fridge-scaping. They turn your fridge into a work of, aesthetic expression of your feelings or whatever, and that's why they're all laid out that way.
Oh, I don't have time for that.
No one
I
does.
don't think most people do.
No, fuck, it is a Getty image. I didn't.
Oh my God!
I didn't see it on the right-hand side there. Okay, so let's see what Autumn Swears, a totally real person, has to say here. Fridgescaping, cool customization, or a total waste of space. Why not both?
Waste. It's a waste.
Yeah, it is. Folks have long customized the refrigerator doors with non-food related memorabilia and personal paraphernalia. Gaudy collectible magnets from family vacations, candid phone booth strips from a less than lucid night out, etc. Now, some particularly zealous, aesthetically minded home cooks have turned their decorative sensibilities towards uncharted terrain, the inside of the fridge.
This is giving me vibes of those people that organize their bookshelves, but not by any logical merit. It's just the color of the covers of the books.
We've talked about this stuff. I hate that. Don't remind me.
Yeah, I hate it too. I fucking hate it too, but that's what this is reminding me of.
I would rather see
it's
color
the same
than the books like in rising or falling height. And it's like,
Oh yeah.
look, I've created little steps with these books. And it's like, you're not even
Yeah,
literate,
now
are you?
walk up them.
Yeah.
Now walk up them, tie a rope on the top shelf. No, I'm just kidding.
We have these lovely test samples of ropes for your perusal.
The hashtag fridgescaping began trending on social media platforms from TikTok to Instagram, and folks seem to have some pretty heated opinions on the cool new trend. Cool as in low temp. Thanks.
Shut the fuck up.
Thank you, Weebo Corner.
Right? Like, I'm telling you, AI wrote this. I mean, it's wordy as fucking hell, but grammatically dead on. This is the work of a computer.
Yep.
Whether or not it's fashionable is up to foodies to decide for themselves. One TikTok by Garden of Eve depicts the refrigerator interior with sprawling plastic baby's breath and floral vines pasted to the walls and framed picture of a cat.
Why would you keep
A
a
cat.
framed picture of a cat in your fucking fridge?
Again, inside of the fridge.
Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do
In!
but whatever floats your boat, I suppose.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, guys. He keeps getting in.
Yeah, I'm noticing. It's creepy.
Another fridge from Lindsay Judish. Lindsay Far. Look at this. Lindsay.
Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't even actually look at it. I just said, yeah, Lindsay, right? And then
Yeah, that's
oh,
pretty fucking rough.
oh no.
Some people
Oh,
have just completely
fucking no.
given up on the English language, haven't they?
Is that okay? I need to know if this is just, you know, parents going, I want my child's name to be unique. Or if this is like an actual fucking thing.
You know what it is? This is the advent of gamers becoming parents, isn't it? They don't want to have the XXX_ shit before their
Yeah.
gamer handles. They're doing the same shit with their kids.
Holy shit, Sam.
Tell me I'm wrong,
Brother,
Polly,
I'm
tell
just
me
hearing
wrong.
mountain evidence. You need to get out there, man. Like, go outside. Holy shit.
They're claiming it's derived from, you know, Old English, but I
Bullshit.
yeah,
Bullshit.
yeah, but you know, so with Lindsay, wouldn't it? Just this regular fucking Lindsay. When did it turn into this?
Her name is Lindy Judish. And no doubt Judish is from Old English too, even though it didn't have a J. Let's see. Okay, so via Instagram sports Bridgerton-inspired Regency era decor. What the fuck is Bridgerton-inspired Regency era?
Bridgerton's a show, isn't it?
Yes,
It's
it
a-
is.
Like thing like Downton Abbey, but somehow more
Oh,
sordid.
okay. Okay.
But just yeah. Apparently, people really like it for some reason.
And according to
That's
the AI that wrote this, it was aptly called Bridgerton, which features ceramic swans, mirrored trays, and porcelain bust figurines inside your fridge
In your
again.
Fridge.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Lindsay. It is just a variant of Lindsay.
Setups vary, but generally most
I had to know.
fridgescapes, every food item is transferred into an ornate glass jar, and antiques and potted flowers are common too. Okay, is minimalism sounding better by the minute here, guys?
At any rate, that is what we're going to try to do.
Because I've got a fridge. I use it to keep food cold.
Yeah, I think we all have fridges, Polly.
There's no
I
artistic
don't think
intent
any of us
whatsoever.
do this.
I
Look,
don't
don't get
have
me
bad
wrong.
children's art magnetized to the outside of it. Nothing.
It would be strange if you did, Polly.
What I do with things I steal from my neighbors is my business.
Look, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Do I have to spend a little bit of time thinking about how to organize my cheese fridge? Yeah, of course I do. You know.
Yeah, but you're
You
not
can't-
like getting busts, like marble busts, specifically
No.
for the inside.
No, God, no. At most, I might put a sticky label on a plastic tray type thing that's got a cheese in it to put a date of when I opened it, so I know that
Oh yeah.
this needs using up. That's about as far as I go with fridge customization.
Kimberly, thank you for the 350. You could pass go and collect 350 by getting me Sam's ire, what I expect, if you see the follow-up examples I just sent. Great. Did Better Home and Gardens do an entire layout on the fridge scapes that are hot this autumn? You know what I've never understood is why hasn't somebody produced a fridge with a glass window in it?
I thought people
You
had.
could do it. You could. Well, I mean, there's like wine fridges, right?
Yeah. It doesn't even need to be that much glass real estate on the front of it. I don't need to, just something.
I feel like I have seen that.
Because I'm traumatized from my childhood, man. If I got the fridge door open for like longer than 5 or 6 seconds, I got my dad in my ear like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Close the door, Luke.
Close the door, Polly. Now.
Yeah.
Close the door. Oh yeah, no, these exist. Polly, these exist.
Really? Glass door fridges?
Yes.
Damn it. That was my $1 million retirement idea.
There are even assholes that have come up with smart fridges that have cameras and a fucking LCD
God.
screen.
Oh, yeah,
on the
that's
outside
right,
so you can
yeah.
see inside your fridge. Fucking assholes. Assholes. We could have had flying cars.
Nah.
Where's my hoverboard?
Fuck, I haven't thought about that Keurig coffee machine that we had in my last campus department that connected to the internet.
Right.
Yeah, it had the LCD screen on it just to advertise other Keurig products to you. That's all it did. And the fucking thing wouldn't run if it was disconnected from the internet. Holy shit. They actually got there ahead of like AAA game developers.
That's cyberpunk dystopia 101, right?
Yeah. And as soon as you're running, like, it knows how much coffee you bought. Like the box of Keurig K-Cups. And once it's run however many through, because it's got a sensor inside of it that reads the UPC code on the top of the K-Cup, so it knows what flavor you're running through it. You can look up like stats and put them out on like graphs and shit on that little display screen. It tells you, time to order more dark roast. You've only got 4 cups left.
God alive.
Yeah.
Optimizing office expenditure by telling you when you're out of fucking certain coffee. God.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the moment of realization. I'm like, what the fuck, man? This thing is completely over-engineered. What's the point? Like somebody just did this to do it? And then I saw that, order more right now or order more today. Like, oh, there we go. It's to maximize the fucking expenditure out of corporate expense accounts that are for office shit like, coffee and sugar and whatnot.
It's, you know what it is? It's because we started calling graphic designers tech innovators. Like, they haven't come up with a new product whatsoever. What they've done is they've graphic designed something on top. Smart fridges, for fuck's sakes.
I think we went wrong when we started to allow them to call themselves creatives.
Yeah.
I mean, who are you kidding? You're a bum that can paint. What?
I don't even have to say it, do I?
I can feel the chill all the way from Western Australia. It just got cold in here.
Yeah.
Now, don't get us wrong. We're all about boasting a well-organized fridge here at Tasting Table. Good fridge etiquette can help you throw stress-free dinner parties and cut down on food waste from day to day. And Ina Garden herself has a tried and true fridge organization system. All right, I'm done. I can't. I can't. I'll look at pictures and oh my god.
Surely that's not the inside of someone's fridge.
Have you ever seen anything more fucking middle class than this entire article?
This image right here is an advertisement for minimalism. Look at it.
And also why we should, you know, guillotine the bourgeoisie.
Like it's an ice box full of partially
The only thing I knew
edible
for sure was
decorations.
this. Every son of a bitch it worked for. They were all gonna be better off dead.
They would be better off dead.
They would.
And cold storage for their body parts is only, you know, a few feet away.
I can't wait for the first serial killer that does fridgescaping. Give it 10 years, it'll happen. I'm telling you.
You know, I hate to say it, but you know where I'm going with this far?
Where are you going?
Dahmer had his fridge scaped.
Oh, no.
That shit was on display. You saw the pictures?
It was, and I wish I hadn't.
See, chat, to, you know, well, yeah, Dahmer had some selected body parts on display in his fridge. And we're watching, you know, say what you want about American documentary series. They're edited like trash. Everything is done for maximum shock impact value.
Yeah, they are.
You know, the editing is terrible compared to British documentaries where the editing's, like, in my opinion, a lot more professional. It's aimed at less flash and more of a focus on what's happening to cut it to the best effect. You would think that between the two of those, the one that would go for shock value with hardcore picture depictions and reenactments and stuff would be the American one. But it's not. It's the Brits who are constantly talking about psychosexual serial killers over and over again and showing you the crime scene photographs that the Americans never would. And that's how we saw the dick on the plate.
Yep.
The sausage
Yep.
platter.
Yeah.
Oh, and the contorted body.
Oh, fuck, right. Good Lord. That was worse than the, like, a dismembered body is what it is, but, like, man, he was posing them corpses like it just...
Yeah.
That was fucking awful. Holy shit. That was some haunt you shit.
Awful.
Yeah, I
Lisa
don't even
says-
remember the dick on the plate as much as, like, the contorted body. That's
Lisa
what
says,
stuck with me.
Lisa says, tasting table? You aren't supposed to chew that. But Lisa, it tastes like blueberries. And Party says, this is what you get when women don't have hobbies. Play some video games, for God's sakes.
Their hobby is their fridge. That's sad.
Spectral Umbreon says, after that article, I'm a fan of minimalism, as long as it involves minimalism of the human race.
This is so racist, this whole ad. Look at this. Here's the white people's fridge, right? And you can see the black woman here. And all she's got is Tupperware and 2 rusting cans.
Jesus. Jesus.
Wow. And long bananas.
I believe those may be plantains.
Oh,
What?
never mind then.
What's this white
Which
cylinder
is that?
there? It looks like a candle. What is that?
Cocoa butter.
I-
It's cocoa butter, isn't it?
I don't...
Oh no.
Could they have picked a more racially stereotypical image?
It's the...
I
it's-
don't think they
Oh.
could.
It's the rusty cans. They're cans. Why are they
You
even
can
in your
keep
fridge?
those. They're not even open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those can just go in the
They
cupboard.
don't even have a label.
Oh, she's playing mystery can with someone.
It could be beetroot. It could be baked beans. You don't know.
Yeah, it could be squid packed in its own ink.
Yeah.
They sell that shit.
Well, yeah,
I'm
how
not
else are you going to make
surprised.
squid ink pasta?
I'd
On a
try that.
budget.
I'm curious what squid ink tastes like. Oh shit. Give Valine, thank you for the $9. Yes, they still would be better off dead, Valine. I spent 30 minutes going off on this. Don't get me wrong. I see why people wrap their fridge if they redo the cabinets. Yeah, like put wooden cabinet fronts on their fridge. Yeah, I get that. Wrapping is not the same as a fucking fairy garden. No, it's not.
Fairy garden is right.
It's not at all. Alan, thank you for the $3. Simba says, Polly. Alan, good morning to you, sir. We're looking at bourgeois in the Upper East Side of Manhattan going insane.
Okay, this phrase stands out to me because it's like a euphemism, and I'm totally going to start using it as one. Your leafy wilting dill is going bad.
This is a sadly
Wow.
deficient recipe life. Look at this.
Vegan fridge.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Forget about fridge-caping if you share your fridge with anyone else. Yeah, they'll just screw up your aesthetic. You'll have clashing
Well-
styles.
Or they'll just go, woman, it's a fridge. What the fuck?
Honey, what have I told you about postmodernism?
Postmodernism in my fridge? Get the fuck out.
Really? Right in front of my arugula salad. Oh man.
Holy shit. Listen to this. I hope that a computer wrote this, because if this is the work of a person, oh man. Calling Dr. Kevorkian, mercy, kill, in order. Allow us to leave you with a final parting sentiment for the contentious trend. It comes from the cult classic Disney Channel original movie, High School Musical 2006. Athlete Chad warns aspiring actor friend Troy not to audition for the High School Musical with the following adage. Michael Crawford was the Phantom of the Opera on Broadway. Now, my mom, she's seen that musical 27 times, and she put Michael Crawford's picture on our fridge. Not on it, in it. So my point is, if you sing in musicals, you're not going to end up in my mom's refrigerator. Don't be Chad's mom. If romanticizing the fridge means that much to you, you're better off trying a pink coquette ribbon around your Brita pitcher and calling it a day.
That-
Again,
Wow.
you can't.
So are they for or
Yeah,
against
so
this?
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just thinking about, it's like, wait, so you ended your article with, fuck that, don't do this?
Yeah.
Again, everything in this is just upper middle class tosh. And I use the word tosh unironically. Claptrap, bunkum, baloney.
Malarkey.
That
Oakham.
too. It just
It-
screams bored housewife.
Mm-hmm.
It may even qualify, dare I suggest it, as balderdash.
Ooh. Heavy. I wonder if she ever
Out
tried
of the forest.
fentanyl.
Oh god, I feel like that's a less harmful pastime.
Mm-hmm.
At least for the rest of us.
Yeah, 100%. Mix with a little cold milk. You've got it in your fridge. I've seen it.
That fiend lean.
No. Let's go down, no stomach upset. Next thing you do, you wake up and it's tomorrow.
Oh, I thought you were going to make that rhyme.
No. Okay.
Next thing you know, you wake up dead. See, that's nice tea lyrics, Polly. He's talking about the social issues.
Yes, it's okay to lie to someone with dementia.
I just can't believe they actually wrote this.
I mean,
Like, I don't even care for the content. It's just, that's a title.
Earthworm Jim.
Fuck. I was hoping it was a root. It's not a root at all.
No, that's a worm.
It's the root of your nightmares, Polly.
Right? Giant gurgling earthworms living under Gippa's Land Farms, the focus of new research.
Gippsland.
Gippsland.
Oh, Gippsland.
I don't
That'd be
ordinarily
great
have
dairy.
problems with earthworms. I don't ordinarily have issues with the worms. They're good for the ground, you know. They till it up.
Yeah, you
Till it
speak to the worms.
Well, you know, If Party was a worm,
No, go on. I want to hear how you're going to end that
Would you s-
sentence.
would you still love her?
Did she turn into a worm, or was she always a worm?
Well, if the
Because if
latter,
she
why
was
the hell
always
did you
I
marry a
probably
worm?
wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. Like, why would I know a worm? That's
There are
weird.
about 3 people in chat who know to what I refer. And for those 3 people, thank you. Oh, of course, it's Quiz that gets it. Of course, Quiz knows.
Of course he does. Hi, Quiz.
How's it going,
Like he
Quiz?
says, stop it. I don't want to be a worm.
Would you still love me if I was a worm? You know,
Yeah.
it was like 8 years ago. Okay, I'm with some friends, and guy and a girl. I'm friends with the guy, and
Mhm.
I forget what movie it was. It doesn't even matter. Somebody just got horribly burned, like in the movie.
Mm.
And she turned and like, you know, all bandaged up, like whatnot, in the burn unit of the hospital. She turns to him, her boyfriend, who she's living with, and says, "You know, honey, if that were you, I just, you know, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't be able to stick around.
Oh.
I'd need to move on."
Oh my
And
god.
it's like, why the hell? What? Like, I'm not saying I would kick her out that minute, but I would start making plans.
But you think about it.
Yeah, 100%.
You start thinking about it.
I'm gonna start
right?
making
You'd be like,
plans, like, because like, you're just gonna, like, you know, grab what little shit you care to hold on to and take off if I'm, you know, burned from head to fucking toe. Well,
Yeah.
and that you felt the
Yeah,
need to
that's,
say it. Here's the conditions upon
Ow.
which I'll be leaving.
What a weird place to choose to say that to, though.
I know.
Like, she just she saw the scene, and she's just like, in that moment, right, we need to have a discussion. In the case that you get serious 3rd-degree burns all over your body, I'm gone.
It was distracting as hell. Like, you know, because
What?
I said
Well, we
that. Like,
can't fucking bet.
yeah, because I'm not going to sit there and, like, I mean, you know, go, damn, dude, you hear what she said to you? Yeah, yeah, I
Well, yeah, you
I just
don't.
wanna-
You just kind of go.
being like an instigator.
"Okay."
Now, I know if I heard that shit, I mean, damn, like, don't be
I
a
just wanna
peanut
throw this
gallery.
up. Polly, I've put this picture in the group chat there, and I'd like to bring this up if you could. Just for the people at home to see, because I want to talk about this just briefly. It's because it's interesting that you bring up the whole, you know, burn victim thing, right?
This is the kind of woman you walk out on?
No. See, the gentleman on the left there, the gentleman on the left, that is God, I'm gonna mispronounce his name, Valery Spiridonov, right? And for those that don't know, he was going to be the world's first recipient of a quote-unquote head transplant, which really should be body transplant, right? His head into a new body, because he has a muscle wasting disease, right?
Hmm.
Which was supposed to eventually paralyze him completely, right? He's, was a healthy young man, and then one day he became sick, and slowly but surely his body began to basically waste away. Now, good news is that he, I think it was about at the age of 31, something like that. The disease kind of halted, so his body is no longer wasting. It will remain as bad as it is for the rest of his life, but it's not going to get any worse. So he has since backed out of the head transplant, frankly, experiment, right? Despite all of that and all that kind of thing, and all of the renown that's kind of come from that, he met the woman on the right here. After it was announced that he was going to go for the head transplant and all that kind of thing, he met her. She is I think we can all agree, a relatively attractive woman.
Mhm.
She's also a chemical engineer. So they're married. They're married. She married him after his body had degenerated to the point that it's currently at.
So,
After
what are you driving at? What the hell's wrong with you single people in chat? Is that what you're getting at?
No. I'm just want to point out the different qualities of woman in question here. Okay.
Yeah, some people like normal women, and some people are into amputee freaks.
Well, I'm just saying, your friend's woman there, such that she is, would leave him if he were to acquire said burns, right? This young woman, on the other hand, right, chemical engineer, quite attractive, all that kind of thing, has married this young man here, despite the fact that he has already had his body basically waste away.
Hmm. But
This is contrast. See, Far, when you asked me, do I like women? Do I even like women? I like some of them, Far. I like the woman on the right here. That's a good woman. The woman of the prior topic of conversation. Not so much. Not so much. That's all I have to say.
Right.
okay, I'm depressed now, Sam. Thanks. That's fucking great, man. Yeah. There's not many left in the world there, Sam. Well, I mean, she's a chemical engineer in an atomic power plant. I mean, that bitch glows in the dark, literally. Just she did what she needed to do and figured, well, you know, I'm poisonous, but this guy's body's like fucking shot to hell anyway. He won't care.
Oh my god.
Something makes it easier to find something.
Yeah.
There's a joke here somewhere.
And I finally got him to put away that nightlight. He's not a child after all. Well, it's because you glow, bitch. I don't.
You are the nightlight.
Yeah.
Ah, dear wife, you are the light of my life.
Wow. Is she like? Is she from Russia and looking for like a ticket out? I don't know. I'm just looking at
No,
the
they're
angles,
both
just
Russian.
considering.
Yeah, they're both Russian.
I don't. How does somebody?
Somehow the head transplant thing makes more sense.
Yeah, he looks like a Romanov, doesn't he?
A little bit.
You
A
know,
little bit. Now that
gets
you
a
mention
paper cut and gets a gusher that's gonna bleed him to death. That kind of guy.
it. Mhm.
I don't know what is it
Alexei,
about these two that like. I mean, they just look Russian. How was I able to make that guess? I don't know. Is it her excessively square jaw and his very pointy head?
In a word,
Maybe.
yes.
I mean, his collar is also kind of a giveaway.
Yeah. He does look like if
I
he.
am drunk, so drunk, I cannot get up.
No, but soon. I'm trying to figure out what he's got. Like, is that his own leg laying in his lap?
I think so.
Huh.
I'm genuinely not sure.
As far as missing height, thank you for the $2. My God, that's where you've been.
Great.
Thanks for the $2. That worm is almost half of Far's height. And we can truly forgive Sam for the ultimate crime, being French.
I don't need your forgiveness. I'm French.
We're already the accursed of God. What are you going to do for me? A new project
Hey,
will
how can
map...
we be the accursed of God? We started some of that crusade bullshit, Polly. Come on.
A new project will map colonies of endangered giant... How do you say it? Gippsland? Gippsland?
Yeah, Gippsland.
Gippsland earthworms on farms. The worms, among being the biggest in the world, grow to 1 metre long and are rarely seen above ground. So we dug this one up to take
Oh yeah, that worms.
hot flash pictures of it.
That's over 3 feet for those that work in Church of England.
Under the steep rolling hills of eastern Victoria are gurgling creatures farmers hear but rarely lay eyes on. It's kind of a strange little thing that we're passionate about something we never see. Holy shit.
Ah, the jokes. Oh, and you say I need to get out more, Polly.
Yeah, fair enough. But still, we know they're there. They're kind of like our hidden allies.
Oh, good lord on a biscuit.
Yeah, look at that.
Let's fucking kill
That
it.
is.
I-
How?
Yeah,
You know those things got like 12 hearts, right, Polly? You cut them up and all that kind of thing. They just it makes more worms.
The South Gippsland organic beef and lamb farmer is talking about a species of annelid or whatever worm called the giant Gippsland earthworm.
Megascolades australis, yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. It earns the name giant because the average adult is a meter long, making it one of the biggest earthworms in the world.
One of? It's not the outright biggest? What?
Mr. Brandon.
What's the biggest?
Well.
Nothing?
I think he's double-faced
Okay.
farming.
I don't know. I just call like what ABC News is. It's just it's such a schizophrenic mix of things on the same page. You got like a story about these freakishly giant worms, and then over a teacher from Knox Grammar allegedly asked a 15-year-old if they found it hot being the same age as his students. Uh-huh.
Okay,
What?
so wood chipper and then feed the results to these worms.
And in the Australian
worms
federal
find you
government,
distasteful.
one official created AI platform deep fakes of his competition as a warning ahead of the election.
Yeah, he is a bit of a pocock, isn't he?
And we've seen cases where there's been accidental erosion or a landslip. Not a landslide, slip. And you can see in the soil profile, there's hundreds of little holes in the soil the size of your finger. Are those, they think they could be like constrictors, man. Gary, thank you for the 350. No, Sam has a point. There is hope. I mean, the same guy who put up with me for almost 9 years, he even had a decade of reference before that. I met him on May 2205 and started dating in 2015. So he had time to think it over.
I'm treading lightly. There be earthworms.
Right? Just keep your thoughts to yourself. It's fine.
Made the
He is
worms
not
find you
treading
distasteful.
He is doing and big steppy.
He is doing and big steppy.
The farmer's getting to know where the elusive creatures live on his property. You know they'll always be roughly in the same area. So he just stomps around with his mud boots until he finds them. Not too wet, not too dry. Wow, this article is just full of information. It's so dense. Every frame.
Yeah.
Could old cookbooks be the secret to surviving cost of living crisis? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, I'm not making everything out of Jell-O like it's the 70s. It was a bad idea then. It still is.
A tomato
Yeah, they're
soup
trying
cake
to
from 49.
yeah, they're trying to specifically go, yeah, vinegar cakes are in. I don't
Really?
want to try a vinegar cake. I don't even want to think of what that would taste like.
Well, vinegar, I would imagine.
Well, yeah, obviously, but I don't want to think about it.
Oh, is it because they were too poor to afford lemons? Is that it?
I don't know.
You know what kills me? It's like I'm saying The Secret. So it's like The Perfect Custard Tart by Ethel Bryce. The secret of a successful custard tart is the egg white trick before the pastry case is filled. Follow this recipe carefully and there'll be no disasters. Try the variations too. You know, the people are like, oh man, food was better back in the day and no less preservatives and so. No, get fat. They were cooking everything with lard that was a baked good. And God bless them for it. Okay. Animal fat and fucking everything. And it's delicious. You put vegetable Crisco in there and it's not going to be as melt in your mouth delicious.
Well, there's that, and the fact that, like, you know, back then they were having like maybe 2 of them a day at most, as opposed to an entire pack of Mr. Kipling.
What? That's a bad idea?
Mr. Kipling.
But yeah, look, trying to explore the human body's maximum pie capacity is not good for you, as it turns out.
Well, okay. If you eat an entire pack of pies and then go sit down for 16 hours of gaming, yeah, no, it's not a good idea.
You leave me alone.
But you have multiple pies while you're running around in your 7-mile-per-hour world because it's the 1920s. Well, you're going to burn that shit off.
Yeah, quickly.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you probably need the animal fat in order to sustain like normal body weight.
Yep. So,
end up like that fucking Spiridonov guy otherwise.
The who?
Spiridonov, the guy with the bodily wasting disease that we were just talking about.
Oh, the headmaster there. Yeah.
Yes. The headmaster. God.
What? Transformers headmasters. You could pluck their heads off and plug them onto different bodies.
Oh my god.
Isn't that just Lego people?
Yeah, but, you know, copyright.
So in short, this article goes down as follows. A country women's association branch is resurrecting vintage recipes to help families battle the cost of living. The recipes are being posted online to inspire a new generation to cook. What? Didn't already enough people not like Jell-O?
I mean,
have
you
access
know,
to the internet
I
and-
have a copy of one of these old cookbooks. I should probably go look through it again to see what they're trying to resell.
How do they think this is going to work? Everybody's got a fucking phone in their pocket and the entirety of the human knowledge of recipes at their fucking fingertips, and people still pay fucking $13 for delivery via fucking DoorDash.
I feel
The problem
cold now.
isn't the food, it's the people.
Yeah. The things that I have seen people order through DoorDash has blown my mind. It's like, why would you want a warm soda and cold fries 45 minutes after you ordered them? From the fast food joint that's literally at the end of your block. The fuck?
Right? Right? You are paying somebody as much as you earn in a fucking hour to drive 5 minutes down your street. Get off of your ass, you lazy fucks. Like, don't get me wrong, like, obviously inflation is bad right now.
I feel cold out.
You should.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm a lazy son of a bitch, okay? I take it to whole new levels. But, I don't know. Even that. When you're paying to be even lazier than you already are, you've gone to strange places.
Look, if you're a person who likes snacking, that's fine, okay? But put the Snickers in your fridge in the kitchen, and then when you want one, go and get one, and then come back and eat it, okay?
They're really good out the freezer, actually.
They are.
Yeah,
they absolutely are.
Yeah.
Yeah. But take one, just one. And then if you want another one a little bit later, go and get another one. Even the simple act of getting up and starting to move starts ticking your metabolism over, so you don't end up, spending loads of money on crap food that's really bad for you.
Or can you imagine doing all this stuff?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you and I have well, it doesn't matter if everyone hates us. It's just the way that it is, we're those oddballs that have fast metabolisms. We eat junk food all fucking day long and live a sedentary lifestyle, and yeah, that make a difference. Still thin.
Imagine having to exercise.
I know. Poor bastards.
I only exercise because I want to get bigger, really. I could just sit here.
Oh, really?
My fast metabolism having ass if I want to.
You're just looking to do some, vanity muscles?
Pretty well, yeah.
Good for you.
Give the lady something to hang on to,
Well, I hear people like, I'm going for strength training. And it's like, man, why?
Yeah, but you can strength train at home. You really can.
That's what I mean by is it really necessary if you want to go for a CrossFit style training? Why are you driving 45 minutes to get to a gym to do that? I actually don't understand.
Driving to a gym. Exactly.
I mean, I get why if you're trying to target certain muscle groups, yeah, of course you want specific equipment and whatnot. It makes it easier and safer and so on. Sure. But if you're just doing CrossFit training, I've got a couple of friends that they're very much on that mindset. I refuse to develop vanity muscles. I do strength training, CrossFit wise. And it's like, so you're really making use of those mats and the medicine ball? Yeah,
The stepping machine, yeah.
And that stupid fucking round fabric thing that vibrates. I don't know, the weirdo tech that they had in 1920s gyms that I seen them black.
The butt massager.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the
gut
belt,
vibrator, you know?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to stimulate redispersal of the fat from the glutes to the rest of the legs to provide a more shapely appearance.
Huh. Well, Grandma's meatloaf, broken glass jelly, and Wheat Bix slice.
Wheat Bix slice is actually good. That is actually a good one.
What is that? I mean, I know what Wheat Bix are. What's the slice?
It's a slice, but it's just think like a brownie, right? But you put Wheat Bix in it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
it's like a
it.
tray
It's
dessert
actually
that you
good.
cut out of the tray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Highly
That's fine.
recommend that one.
Dishes like these are made from simple and cost-effective recipes, so they can help families get ahead amid the cost of living crisis? Question? I don't know why that's a question.
No, so can they?
Like Quiz says, you can just watch Dylan Hollis on YouTube.
Oh my God. It's the party cheese salad.
What?
Oh no.
Oh Jesus!
Dun, dun,
That's
dun,
what the
dun,
broken
dun,
glass
dun, dun,
jelly
dun.
is.
Oh no! It's made with gelatin, jelly crystals, and condensed milk.
Okay, so it's kind of like a mixed up trifle then. So it's not got
Yeah,
cheese
so not the worst thing, but that looks awful.
in it. It kind of.
I mean, where's the mayonnaise and
Yeah.
pimentos?
You know what it looks like? You remember that house we were looking at the other week? Did it got the multicolored like spackle on the walls?
Oh yeah, looks like it got broken
Oh,
bottles
God.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 90s bus seat. You know what? You are right.
I hate you, but you're right. It looks like you know the padded toilet seats the old people get because of their hemorrhoids. It looks like one of those.
Fuck.
What kind of gelatin is that that's opaque and sort of like dark creamy colored like that?
That's the condensed
No,
milk.
that would be the condensed. Yeah, that'd be condensed milk in it.
Okay, right. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can yeah. Phew. Right.
Oh man. Oh, so they started sharing the recipes online. So, all right, that's why.
Mrs. Botwell and other CWA members have been recreating dishes from decades-old cookbooks and sharing them on social media. She hopes it will find families or help families looking to save some money. We started sharing the recipes during the COVID crisis because so many people couldn't access certain foods. Oh, hello. How's it going? Good looking.
Yep, hello.
Tagged recipe of the week. The CWA woo-woo's social posts have been extremely popular, sometimes reaching hundreds of thousands of people. Even that son of a bitch Polydub even turned into a game on his half-ass internet show.
Is it Jello?
Yeah. It's the
Is
easy
it
stuff,
Jello?
the basic stuff that people need. Fuck making a sandwich. Let's make weirdo jelly shit. It's economical, which I always think plays a big part in why it's been so successful.
You know what else is economical? Rice.
Yeah. Smells like my childhood. Nah.
No, I'm not even going to make jokes about that one. It's just the flashbacks of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to eat something that smells like depression and abuse?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thrifty pudding for Christmas. That's adorable.
Is it just gonna be like beef pudding or some shit? Like I've seen that in those cookbooks.
There's your vinegar cake.
Yeah, there it is.
Vinegar cake, for instance, though it does not sound particularly attractive, is really both delicious and economical. And these two qualities are not very often found hand in hand. Mix together 3/4 of a of flour with a 1/4 pound of butt till it looks
The butter.
well, yeah. All right. Why gold prices are a warning sign and what this tells us about global stability. Buy your party
Thanks,
of cheese
agency.
salad
Very
recipe now. Kimberly, thank you for the 350. Not exactly cost saving when you are referencing a decade known for cocaine. Go Colonial. Budget that food for a winter. There you go.
Look,
There's a canning shit. There's actual economics in food.
Yep.
Canning and jarring.
Yep.
Go
Just
kill
get
yourself an
yourself-
animal.
Get yourself and you can find them, right? Get yourself 10 decent sized mason jars, all right? And then any fucking leftover sauces or fucking meat, whatever the fuck, right? Just stick them in there, seal them up. You'll save money like that. Stop, honestly, the general thrust of what they're going for here, it is admirable. I do think
It is.
more people should cook. They really should, even if you're not very good. Nobody is born good at cooking. They're just not. It's a skill that you hone over time, right? But yeah. Stop throwing so much food away. That's where you'll save the most amount of money. We can't cause supermarkets to depress prices ourselves. It's just not going to happen. And inflation being what it is and that's a problem that can't be resolved by eating differently. You know what I mean? Nah, just stop throwing so much shit away.
And a flashback to when I was at a cookout with a bunch of my friends. One of them set down a beer because he was well half in the bag. Okay, so he sets his beer down. It was 3/4 full. He drank a little bit out of the neck of the bottle. He grabbed another one out of the cooler and opened it up. And my one friend who had brought a 24-pack of beer to put in that cooler looks at him and says, "You just opened that beer. You've got a full one right there. There's sober children in Africa." I thought I had heard funny shit that night. But fuck, that killed me, man. It's I was giggling for 20 minutes.
Yeah, you ever do that? Yeah, you ever do that one fucking trick to the one to your one friend who's not gonna flip his biscuit over it? 2 bottles of beer or something like that. He's drinking one, you're drinking the other.
Tap
doing
the
whole
bottle for the
cheers
foam.
thing. Yeah, tap the bottle on the top. Yeah, so he loses half his fucking beer.
Yeah.
Would you know? That the first time I ever drank any alcohol, it was fucking the graduation party for high school, right? Someone did that to me. The very first bottle of anything I had ever consumed alcohol-wise, right? They did that exact thing, and I had no idea what the fuck they were doing until it was too late, and I'm just like, okay, thanks for that. Very cool.
Yeah, I remember doing it to a chick once, and she surprised me. She did surprise me. I don't think I need to explain exactly how. Use your imaginations. But she didn't spill any beer.
I've seen it work, but an equal amount of times I've just seen it knock the beer straight out of the person's hand because they're fucking drunk and they don't accept somebody smashing the top of their long neck bottle out of their hand, and boom, pop on the fucking concrete.
Yeah, that's not as fun.
Yeah.
Oh, Polly, you ever opened a bottle of champagne or other, fizzy alcoholic
Sure.
beverage with a knife or a sword before?
Oh yeah, sabering it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's so much fucking fun, and it's so easy to do as well.
It is. It's easier than I thought it was going to be. I think it's more.
I did it with a bread knife.
I think it's more of a challenge to open a champagne or any kind of effervescent bottle silently, to not let it pop, because if you let it pop, it's fizzing up on you. So don't let it do that. Try opening it with a sound no louder than the sigh of a beautiful woman is the way that I was told it should be done, and that works. It's not easy. You got to do this, hold the bottle you have with one hand, you've got a grip on the cork and the neck of the bottle at the same time. You do this
I am
complex
like that.
finger interplay
so
thing,
drunk,
and it. You
I
know.
cannot get up.
A bit like that.
Uh-huh. Oh. African Sober Child, thank you for the $2. Oh, I see. They ain't got money for liquor, but they got money to be thrown all over the internet. Ain't that just like Africans? Thank you very much for the $2.
I thought that was the donation. I thought you were reading that.
No, that's just Polly.
I was invested then. Like, where are they going with this?
Yes, Mr. Angry Otter Man, we are sober because we have no food, no beer. There's only cobalt and diamonds, which makes me wish to be a soldier.
Oh shit!
Holy shit!
Oh.
I mean, the whole
print that
story is
out?
laid out there in one sentence. Like the conflict, the setting, it's all right there.
That really is a short story.
Yeah.
I want to print that out, put that on my fridge. We have no food and no beer. There is only cobalt and the mines. I wish to become a soldier.
Fucking Christ.
Mother, I do not care for the cobalt. I wish to become a soldier.
Well,
Fuck.
I was skimming through Blood Diamond the other day. What the hell was I doing that for? Oh, I needed a picture. I need a video clip of somebody with a Kalashnikov. And I found it. And Valine, since you were asking,
you found it.
that's part of the donation. Yeah, I'll just show you later, Valine. When just remind me if you don't have your phone on you, so you can't view it right now. Like I said, it's almost done. I gotta find the video clip of a whole bunch of empty.
Trickling brass.
Yeah. Hopefully of one kind. I was only able to find a couple like clips on YouTube of, I don't know, like 10 pieces of fucking brass, and they were all like mixed and matched, 223 and 3006 and some 9mm. It's like, no, that looks like shit. I want like all 45s. I want, or whatever. It's reasonably consistent, so it looks like somebody was firing it from one gun is the point. I'm having problems realizing my artistic vision far.
Oh, you know.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, beleaguered. Boeing's beleaguered Starliner capsule leaves International Space Station without the astronauts. Then why did it leave at all?
I don't know.
There was some sort of manufacturing fault with the capsule.
Well, yeah, it's Boeing.
Because Boeing.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but it's like, why fire it off? I mean, did they just shoot it off into space?
Well, it's excess weight on the space station, right? So if they have to adjust.
Yeah, you know how
station a
weight
little
can
bit.
be in a microgravity environment where it's, you know, weightless.
It's not just spinning. It's not just spinning like all the way around the other side of the Earth, Polly. It moves up and down, you know. Nah, it's probably because it's taking up one of the docking ports, right?
It's obstructing their view. I think it was just that simple. The Boeing Starliner capsule departed the International Space Station on Friday, local time. It left without astronauts Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore, who were due to fly the capsule home after an 8-day mission. SpaceX will bring the duo back in late February, stretching their original mission for 8 months. And they're sending fucking Guardians. Hell yeah.
Is it really flying the capsule home? Aren't you more just dropping?
Yeah, falling home.
This isn't flying, this is falling with style.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It's a strategic fall, but still.
Steady now, Suni. We're gonna land it in the drink.
I mean, I legitimately am curious. Like, it can't do maneuvers as easy because it's got more mass now. Like you were saying, it weighs more. It's got more mass. I actually am legitimately curious why they felt the need to, like, they needed it back on Earth. We've got a schedule to keep your fuckers. Like, what is it? I don't know.
That's an astronaut name for you, though, isn't it? Butch Wilmore.
Hell yeah, it is. Absolutely.
All right, boys, I'm getting into the pod now. Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.
Good Christ.
Williams and Butch Wilmore should have flown Starliner back to Earth in June, a week after launching it, but thruster failures and helium leaks marred their ride to the space station as the Boeing engineers spent most of that week in Atlantic City. Oh, I hardly blame them. Yeah, he looks stranded, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's just. Look, it was supposed to be 8 days, not over 8 months. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but he looks like, I mean, this isn't like scared. This is like unexpected
Resigned
elation.
to his death.
No, resigned to the freedom. His wife is on Earth and she can't get anywhere near him. It's peaceful.
But Polly, she could still commit a space crime.
Yeah, they are responsible for 100% of it after all.
Yes, they are.
Man, I thought
Still can't believe that's an actual statistic.
I love
that
it.
is
Are you kidding me?
100% True.
Yeah.
Yeah, women are responsible for 100% of the space crime committed.
And cross-country diaper fighting, too.
You know, no, I don't want context. You know what gets me though? I thought those space helmets, I thought they were supposed to be like polarized against UV light, but that man is clearly very sunburned.
Good point.
Yeah, he is. He's looking very pommy.
Maybe somebody just got a little funky with the saturation on the picture.
Either that or he's been drinking for most of his life.
Well, they didn't know that these guys are going to be staying there like a fucking year. I'm impressed that they have provisions for that long. That's some seriously forward thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand like weeks, but you guys set up possibility of months of provisions and equipment, and I don't even know all the things that would be involved. Oxygen and waste disposal, personal waste disposal, and so on. Like, good God, man, you guys were okay for a year. That's amazing.
In space, no one can hear you poop.
Well, as I understand, it's some kind of vacuum system, so I think they would hear it.
They just open the airlock to get rid of the poop. I'm 12.
Oh, hey, cool. Look at that thing. I like this whenever the stabilization jets. Always looks cool.
Oh, yeah.
SpaceX crew ferry flight later this month. SpaceX's crew ferry flight, you know, that's right. Later this month will be its 10th for NASA since 2020. The Dragon capsule will launch on the half-year expedition. Why would it be 6 months? With only 2 astronauts, since 2 seats are reserved for Wilmore and Williams for the return leg. No, like I said, forward thinking. See, I would have forgot about that shit.
Well, NASA seems to have.
Yeah.
Polly, let's be real. You'd have fallen asleep on the on the flight up, right? And ended up getting wedged between 2 pieces of like science equipment. Oh no, I'm restricted by my space blanket. Somebody help. How could you draw that for me?
Oh no, the space blankets, oh
no. A little point with a little astronaut helmet on, wrapped up in a space blanket. I need it in my life. Oh shit. I'm sorry, Polly.
No, I'm just reading the what they're up to.
About 170,000 feet.
Well, you said they go up and down, so that varies.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be okay with getting stuck between a couple of things in space. I mean, to drag myself out when I was wedged against my nightstand, I had to, like, you know, kind of, because my arms were pinned, like I was straitjacketed. And so the only way to get out of there was to, like, I wasn't getting back up on the bed because I would have to put my hands down to the ground, like I said.
I love that he's explaining it all over again.
Well, no, I had to do this shimmy kind of thing. Like I just kind of like walked my butt cheeks out of there. You know, like it wasn't dignified, but it worked.
It's like a black girl on the dance floor. He just walked with his butt cheeks.
Even before the
Oh,
pair
man.
launched on the 5th of June, Starliner's propulsion system was leaking helium. Everyone sounded like Mickey Mouse and thought it wasn't a problem. The leak was small and thought to be isolated before more cropped up after liftoff. Then 5 thrusters failed. Although, wow.
Somebody help, I'm wedged in here.
His life's in danger, but I can't stop laughing.
It's a helium leak, not nitrous oxide. What's so funny? Oh, shit.
Although 4 of the thrusters were recovered, it gave NASA pause as to whether more malfunctions might hamper the capsule's descent from orbit. Boeing conducted numerous thruster tests in space, but they're all drunk at the time anyway, so... I mean, they did multiple tests on the ground over the summer and was convinced its spacecraft could safely bring Wilmore and Williams here, but NASA disagreed and opted for SpaceX. Oh, man, burn.
Oh.
You spent the whole summer doing simulation tests, and they're like, yeah, you guys are still Boeing. Fuck you. Damn.
Oh. Bowing under the pressure of the mission.
A minute after separating from the space station, Starliner's thrusters could be seen firing as the white blue-trimmed capsule backed slowly away. NASA's mission control called it a perfect departure. It looks like a balloon on its side, or a giant incandescent bulb.
It really does. Do you think that's bayonet cap or screw in?
It looks like one of the
my face hurts.
honestly, it looks like one of the 1960s splashdown capsules. I see the design hasn't changed very much. Like a glorified enclosed bathysphere.
Oh, that's fucking perfect. Have you sent that to Polly? I think he needs to see this.
No, I have not.
Oh.
Steve
Okay.
Stitch.
In the group chat there, Polly.
See what I was talking about with like fucking ABC News in the arts and entertainment. Female artists open up about dealing with haters and embracing vulnerability on the road to stardom.
Yeah.
God.
Mm-hmm. Well, whatever you
Yes.
got to do on your way to becoming a famous Instagram influencer, I guess.
Just embracing vulnerability when dealing with haters. That's like offering your school bully a coconut if they can beam you in the head with a rock.
Otter jelly roll in space.
It's delightful, isn't it? Look, he's screaming. But no one can hear him because it's in space. Oh, shit.
I will never get tired of the fishbowl retro futuristic space helmets.
They're brilliant, aren't they?
I just love them. I mean, does anything work as well as that? I want to be able to see all the way around me.
I want wing mirrors.
You want rear view mirrors sticking off the side of your helmet?
Yeah.
I mean, they could be on the inside, but yeah, sure. Objects in mirror may be closer than they appear.
Well, if you need them in space, you're either like paranoid or there's a very serious problem. Aliens coming up from the rear.
I could just be clumsy.
And I don't mean Mexicans.
Oh, no. All right, writing that one down for later. Oh, dear Lord.
I mean, I'm assuming they're talking about sports here. Magical try inside opening 60 seconds lights up dragons and raiders clash.
Well, if it's a try, then yeah, it's rugby.
I mean, it could also be the greatest mythical fight of all time, Sam.
We can but hope.
Hmm.
Have you noticed that, like, an awful lot of the sports teams of the world end up having, names that wouldn't look out of place in some sort of, like, fantasy D&D tabletop game?
Yes.
This is a group of bandits. They're known as the Raiders. What? They hold copyright on that title, or can anyone be one? Oh, you don't just be a raider. Oh, man.
I'm sorry, I started thinking of all the really stupid things they name guns when there's so many cool things you could name them.
Oh, yeah, I mean, High Point, really. What's that all about?
Yeah, what is that about? What? High point of no dignity?
I was about to say, I mean, High Point, it certainly wasn't. Unless you're talking about your groupings.
I mean, regardless of the quality of the particular firearm, because, I mean, they're rugged and they work, but why call it that?
Yeah. Yep.
Now, personally, I like them. The 50 Beowulf. Nice. Well done. Great name.
Yeah,
Legendary warrior of legend. That's awesome. And then, yeah, right along with the Beowulf, the fucking 6.5 Grendel. The monster Beowulf was hunting. Brilliant. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I can dig it.
That's had an answer in Brandon.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Greek mythology on its own has enough names to supply an entire fucking arsenal twice over. So it's, go back to that well and keep drawing. Oh. Hello. Fears of attacks as kangaroos move into Lake Macquarie suburb. Fuck, there goes the neighborhood. Is he trying to bait him with a handful of hot pepper?
I think it's carrots.
Why not just give him the whole carrot?
The kangaroo looks suspicious and unconvinced.
But yeah, he looks like he's one step away from leaning back on his tail and kicking the shit out of them.
Is that how they look when they're about to do the kick?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
He is pressed back and all that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, he does not look happy.
I have to protect my image.
You don't get that close to a kangaroo unless you really know what you're doing, which I don't think these people do.
Dozens of kangaroos, now called Waypoint Reserve Home, turning into an unofficial tourist attraction. Tourists are shown on social media feeding them chips, cookies, and bread, but there are fears for people's safety.
Yeah, don't feed the kangaroos. Or at least if you're going to feed them, don't feed them chips, cookies, and bread. What the fuck?
What are they like? Milo?
I wouldn't know, but I'm just saying that can't be good.
What the hell do they eat? They're omnivores, aren't they?
I don't think so. I think they're herbivores.
Strictly, really?
I think they are.
So they're, like most herbivores, just eating all day constantly?
Pretty much. I mean, they're basically vermin, right, Far?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, they're the deer of Australia. Make of that what you will.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, deer never stop eating. They munch, munch, munch all day long. The deer of Australia. Holy shit, look at this. Yeah, this is vermin.
I can think of where I can go to practice with that M1 Garand.
Oh, man. I wake up and I see this on my lawn, go with a fresh cup of coffee and the newspaper and see this shit. Man. This is what a 30-round magazine for is. Fucking light them up.
Yeah, fucking too right. Catching all at 6, Mr. Hoppy. Fuck off.
I didn't realize they moved in packs like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a point. What is the collective noun for a group of kangaroos?
A hop.
Shut up, is it?
And I.
I'm bound. No, I don't know. I'm fucking with you.
An IHOP.
When David Shin was home in South Korea and was planning his trip to Australia, a visit to Waypoint on the banks of the Lake Macquarie was probably not in his original agenda.
Do you want to know what the name is?
Hmm.
I just found it.
A pack?
It's a mob.
Really?
It could also be troops. So yeah, it's a mob of kangaroos.
Yeah, they look like mobsters.
Well, I mean,
Oi, mate, this is my lawn now.
well, yeah, but they kind of, like, in all honesty, they don't really look like a menace. They just look like they're grazing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No, yeah, they're just grazing.
They're not like that fucking, them street tough kangaroos that are all hopped up on steroids and shit. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking.
The buff and ripped ones? Yeah.
Yeah, the buff kangaroos. Yeah.
So yeah, there's
Yeah, the ones where they're like, yeah, Skippy's had enough of your shit.
I was really surprised, and then I was excited. I could feed them directly from my hand. It was an extraordinary
Don't
experience.
do
for me.
that. Don't fucking do that.
Mr. Shin said he knew the kangaroos could become aggressive, but he really wasn't worried or felt deterred. I wasn't really worried because I was told they're very mild and they're not offensive.
They will kick the shit out of you.
It just-
You idiot.
You knew they could become aggressive, and they're like the size of you, kind of.
I mean, these are smaller ones, to be fair, but at the same time, this is all kinds of bad idea. Like, you're lucky that they were mild on the occasion you came over.
I think most people understand why tourists are coming up there. Generally, residents are sympathetic to it. But I think they're also concerned about the safety of these tourists coming in.
Yes!
Like, meaning their safety because of the threat of the tourists, or the tourist threat?
No,
Because
this
of the
the
ruse.
tourists'
Oh.
safety. The tourist safety, I'm assuming, because, yeah, idiots walking up to kangaroos being like, oh, it's just a nice little Skippy. He's gonna let me feed him from my hand. He'll be right, mate? Or whatever the fuck. I don't know. But just, that seems to be the attitude these people are having. That's not a good attitude to have when approaching a fucking kangaroo.
And it looks like he's force feeding the kangaroo, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it kinda
Yeah.
does.
Get that down, you mate. You feel right as rain.
Like, these kangaroos are probably more used to people by just the looks of that kangaroo just standing there and letting it happen. But most of them are not like this. That's not a good precedent to set, you know?
Yeah.
Just, like, this is all... I can see this ending really, really badly.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, what around half of its body mass is all leg muscle and tail muscle.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they kick, it's like kick a hole through you, basically.
Pretty well. Pretty well.
And look at
Kicked
them.
by a horse.
Look at them tiny little Tyrannosaurus arms and that minuscule little brain. No, it's it's all there in the tail and the legs.
Oh yeah, and they lean back on that tail when they go to kick you.
That's what they do in cartoons.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, it's what they do in real life.
I mean, that's where all my knowledge of kangaroos comes from. I won't lie.
I've seen it happen. Like, it almost happened to me as an 8-year-old. I backed the fuck off.
But I mean, these are tourists, Far. If their life isn't endangered, have they really visited Australia?
Not really. Not really.
Oh my god. Just, you can visit Australia and be safe about it. Oh god, they did not feed them KFC, did they?
Chicken feed. The way roos have become a social media phenomenon, making the area a must-see for many visitors. right after they get done with the neighbor's set. And Mr. Piper said they do not come empty-handed. We do see some ridiculous things trying to be fed to these kangaroos. Fried chicken has been observed.
Oh god, they did try feeding them fucking KFC. Oh my god.
How'd you like the fried chicken, Mr. Kangaroo? It's a bit crunchy.
Well, it's a bit crunchy.
I've seen tourists previously pull up and try to grab a hold of Joey's. They put a Joey in a bag while I was watching. Now, sure, they're good eating, but their parents are right there. They'll know.
Fucking why?
But you can deep fry a whole Joey at once. Dip them in batter and right into the fryer.
Oh, man. Like a southern fried turkey for Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, just like when you're frying a turkey, do it outdoors because the grease might overflow with a full-size Joey and everything, but, you know.
Launch at the top of the fucking, frying pot like a fucking rocket. Did he hop or is that gas pressure? Who knows?
I don't understand. They haven't even explained yet why this is happening. Wait a minute, that's ice cream.
Good. Yeah, blue ribbon.
Nah, mate. Don't like rum and raisin no more. He got Neapolitan.
I'm hoping that he's just using that as like a container for dog food or something. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
And
it probably is.
Right.
No, it probably is exactly that. No, the whole reason this is happening is because kangaroos have just started coming into this area, and people have learnt, oh, this is where the kangaroos are, so the tourists are coming. That's all this is. And people are going wild, apparently. Fucking Christ.
But why? Like, is there a food shortage in their area, or why'd they move into the town?
I don't know. Maybe?
It's just too many.
I mean, it's not... I mean, I'm gonna say this just as an experience I've had. It's not that uncommon to see kangaroos on lawns, depending on where you go.
Mm-hmm.
In big cities, yeah, you're not really gonna see them, but the further out you get, to where it's just suburbia, it's not the most common, but you do see them occasionally. Like, it... Yeah. When I say kangaroos are the deer of Australia, that's not really an exaggeration.
No, it doesn't sound odd that because there's deer on people's lawns. It happens, yeah.
Yeah.
But always at certain times of year, like right now, because all of the food is drying up and dying where they live. So they, okay, let's move out and find some more food.
Yeah, typically you tend to see them more in winter. From my experience. Yeah, like quote unquote winter, but it's not as if there's a lack of food, because that tends to be more when it's green for us. Like, things aren't really so much dying out. You'll see things more die out maybe in summer if it gets really hot. So I do wonder if they're coming into the suburbs more because it's winter and there's more food, right? Not because there's a lack of food, but because they're just following the scent of grass.
I guess so. Yeah, I can understand that, you find them mostly out in the ruralities. They probably dug down in the back of cabs in cities,
Yeah.
Don't want anybody knowing their business.
Like, there's plenty of places to see them that is not someone's lawn, though.
Out in the bush.
Like, if you're that fucking desperate for it, go onto one of the roads, right, that goes between country towns. Pull over, go to some grassy, just grassland, right? You will most likely see an entire mob of kangaroos just resting.
There we go.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
There we go. There we fucking go.
Coming here with your discount fried chicken. Fuck off.
It's like how there's just the little one staring right at the camera in the back.
The fuck you looking at? You want some? I'll fucking give it to you.
That's my dad.
You'll find that these roos will start to hassle humans for food. And that could potentially lead to negative interactions with people.
Yeah, that's the other concerns. Like, because they get too used to it, so they're just like, oh, you have some food? You got some food, mate? Better give me some fucking food.
Okay,
So they get more aggressive.
Maybe it's wrong, but I find that fucking hilarious. Get
I mean, it
Marge.
is
They
funny.
lock the doors, roll them up. The roos are coming up again.
Like, just don't give them food.
Picturing a
Listen
kangaroo
here,
putting the
prick.
pat down on some tourist pockets. That just kills me.
Listen here, you prick. We don't like ready salted. Where's the fucking prawn cocktail? I want them chips.
What should you do
Give me
when a
the cheese and
kangaroo
onion.
attacks? Whoa. What?
Oh, she's been slapped by a rope.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah, they got the tiny little T-Rex arms, but they do slap.
Oh, yeah. There's that one in the background just ready to go.
Oh man, he looks like fucking linebacker fucking squaring up for the fucking charge.
Yeah, he's about to fucking charge. Holy fuck.
I think your day's going bad already, lady. You ain't seen shit yet.
Wouldn't it be amazing if that was just in the bottom screen of Noir Bar at all times? It's just a charging kangaroo.
Sharing tips on dealing with angry roos. Oh, he's ready.
Oh man. Yeah, he's ready.
Yeah, and look at him. He's gotten his swole on, too. Don't fuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
They are beefy motherfuckers.
It chased me as I ran into this tree. And it chased me around the tree. And I just kept turning around and hugging to this tree. And it kept this tree between me and it.
Find the fucking tree!
That is a... Fuck, you are one hell of a yarn spinner, sir.
Oh. Some people, Polly, are natural-born storytellers.
Hmm.
Then, there's this lady.
It was only about 1.5 to 2 meters away from me. On the brink of the dam. And I was behind the tree. And it just stayed there, guarding me. I wasn't able to move. I yelled and waved my arms around and got a guy in a ute to stop. He tried to shoo it away with a golf club, but that didn't work, and the kangaroo attacked him and jumped up and knocked him over. And then this guy named Polly came up and put a 45 in his head, and that was it for the roo. Fuck.
Oh my God.
Shoo him with a golf club. You mean fucking brain him? And the roo just didn't sit there and let himself be fucking his skull cracked. Really? It's shocking.
Like, can I just point out, like, the Abos developed a tool for dealing with roos. It's called a fucking boomerang, alright? It's not these little, gay plastic things that kids play with. No. This
Oh
thing's,
yeah.
like,
Have you ever
2 feet
seen?
across.
Yeah, have you ever seen the fucking like boomerangs that are designed to break necks?
Yeah, they don't come back at all.
Those fuckers aren't.
Yeah.
No, yeah, those boomerangs are not designed to come back. You just throw them.
The skull
they are
cleaver.
seriously,
Yeah.
like, deadly weapons. They
Holy
weigh, like,
fuck,
fucking
they are.
4.5, 5 pounds.
Yeah, like
Ridiculous.
the ones that are supposed to come back that we all know. That is the international standard for a boomerang, I guess. Those are toys. Those, as far as I understand, were always supposed to be just toys, with maybe the odd occasion of one being an actual weapon. Nah.
When a bird flies
Weapons.
into its path. Yeah, I meant to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, they're not really designed as much for taking down an animal. Just, yeah.
It's basically a heavy
Fuck.
wooden throwing axe.
It
That's
is.
the
Without
design
the
brief.
sharp implement.
Just blunt force trauma.
Look at the...
Yep.
Okay. So the guy with the blonde dread says people should lie on the ground when attacked by a kangaroo.
What? Yeah, go low, I guess.
Listen, Patchouli
Go
boy.
low, go home?
I don't want to...
Oh, how about this this little tip from, again, 8 years old, about to be attacked by a kangaroo. You back off. You just walk backwards. Back the fuck off before it becomes a problem. Usually they back off as well. If they are, like, actually coming after you, you've done something to really set them off. Just putting that out there.
Like sometimes
no,
they've had a
it's all
bad
fucking-
day. It says here this particular roo could have been hostile because it had been hit by a car or had a fight with another kangaroo earlier. Plus, his wife had been on his case. So, yeah.
I'll send my condolences to your kangaroo wife.
If it had been hit by a car, though, like, I think it would be a little bit more injured. They don't.
No.
I mean, no, they do. They
They
do get
kick
a bit
fuck out of
injured
one
by
another.
that. They do, but have you ever seen like? This is, you know, again, Deer of Australia. Yeah, people hit them with their cars quite a lot. Sometimes they do make it out, but they're usually a bit more dazed if they're out in one piece.
I love the pictures of like the roos just chilling.
Yeah, they're just vibing.
Yeah. Because they look very much like dogs when they're just laying down. It's funny to me. Find shelter or lie down if attacked.
So,
She looks so bored feeding that roo.
Yep.
there's so many of them, and that's just the first.
So many orphaned baby kangaroos. Huh.
And Helen Round, the board lady with the completely natural hair color, says that she would ball up to protect her face if attacked by a kangaroo. What are you saving it for?
Scorcher. I think I'd be looking to protect my ribs more than anything. That's where the feats is going, right?
Their instinct is flight, not fight. So always go slow and let them go. That's our motto.
Never let this woman write rap lyrics. Don't
Is-
approach from the front.
Is there an animal that you wouldn't want to back slowly away from without sudden movements? If there was some kind of threat of attack on their part? Like if they rush you, you're in big shit?
Elephants. Elephants.
Like, for real? You should what?
Stand the fuck still.
Oh, like
It's a-
run straight at
more
them
often than
screaming?
not.
Is that the plan? Oh, okay.
No. But stand the fuck still more often than not. It's a bluff charge, and if it's not a bluff charge, you're not going to be able to outrun it anyway.
Or they might just throw a tree at you.
But it's an elephant. Like if it's big
Yeah,
enough,
and
it's
then
like
he
it's
could
gonna
be
run.
aggressive.
Well, yeah, it's gonna run straight at you.
Right back.
In which case, you step leisurely to one side. They're not exactly nimble and known for being able to turn spryly on a dime.
I guess. Fuck.
Again, this is all coming from cartoons, so you know.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of experience with dangerous African plains animals, okay? I admit it. North American river otter, what do you expect? First fatal kangaroo attack since 1936 as a man was killed on property in Western Australia's Great Southern. Wait. Is he trying to dunk that dog? He is.
Well, yeah, that's the one where he punched the kangaroo
Is this
because it was trying to drown his dog. His dog. Yeah.
That's the roo that took the right hook like a man. Like
Or
five
at least
men.
one of them. Yeah, there was. I think there's more. I think there was a more recent one, but yeah, like this kangaroo was just trying to drown the dog.
Yeah. It says a
So, yeah,
kangaroo
he
got
goes-
his
the guy
dog
comes in.
in a headlock.
Yeah, he did. This
That's-
was like a really sadistic kangaroo.
Well, I mean, look, those are not little T-Rex arms at all. Those
No.
are, I mean, those are some fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson arms. And probably got him the same way, too. Out of a pill bottle.
Yeah, this was a while back.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it's Monday the 16th of October. Well, that doesn't help. Unless that's 2016. He makes it sound like a special operations soldier. I love it. I look towards the river, and behind these reeds, I could just see this massive kangaroo standing there with his arms actually in the water, just staring at me.
Like, the fact this thing was just looking at him as he's trying to drown this dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it knew. It fucking knew.
There he is.
Like,
Holy
look at
fuck.
how-
I mean, that so looks like a guy in a costume, but I know it's not. I'm aware, but
I know.
it looks like a guy in a completely fake costume because it's meant for like human arms, and it's like, no, man, that is just a. Oof. That is fucking frightening, man. Holy shit! Like that thing looks like it's 7.5 feet tall.
I know.
Oh
Like,
my-
I'm laughing, but this is horrifying. Like, it is, yeah, it is as terrifying as the last time I saw it.
I mean, Sam, look at this thing and tell me you trust 9mm to do the job. I don't.
I think he stepped away for a moment.
Did
but
he?
yeah. Kangaroids, indeed.
The muscles on this thing. I was like, this thing just got out of jail or something. It was jacked.
Hey Sam, look at this jacked kangaroo.
Oh, this fucking
Remember
one.
this
I remember
thing?
this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember him? Yeah.
I mean,
The fucking
yeah.
that was maliciously trying to drown a dog.
Yeah, fucking Kangaroo Jack over here.
Yeah. Kangaroo jacked.
Isn't this one that the guy? Isn't this the one that the guy smacked in the face, or was that another one?
I think he also smacked this one in the face.
Like, and the split ear, it makes him look all the more fresh out of the yard.
Yeah.
Right. That motherfucker could go to cell block 1.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time in solitary. Stay away from me. He's a little weird.
Fucking,
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave this picture up to just
Oh.
nightmare fuel.
fucking. He is a bit fucking weird. He's talking. He's trying to talk to the guy. That's what it is. Trying to talk to the guy with the camera. They're just like, that's a pretty nice dog you've got there, mate. Are you gonna eat that? I like my exotic food there. Ah, come on, just a leg. Come on, just a leg. Give me a piece.
Fucking Christ.
You won't even know it's gone.
Just, yeah, like the whole video is just wild to see. Because she's just like, wow, yeah, this is a jacked as fuck kangaroo that is actually intentionally trying to drown a dog.
Fucking assholes.
Yeah,
Fucking assholes.
yes!
Fucking vermin.
This is why you don't feed the kangaroos. They become entitled. They think that they're owed your dogs.
Exactly. But while Polly's up and about, I'm going to take the opportunity to remind you that if you are listening in the future and you didn't get a chance to take part in chat, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Polly gets a notification when those come through. And if it is a question, inquiry, or a concern, he'll get back to you at the next most convenient juncture. Indeed, he does get the opportunity to read all of them and respond to most. If you like what we're doing here, if you're enjoying the show and you enjoyed Noir Bar in general, if you're not already subscribed, what are you doing? Go ahead and click it. It's right there. It needs to be touched. Like the like button. Streamlabs.
Ooh.
Yeah. Far, what have you been up to lately?
I played more of this Spy Family game.
Yeah?
Yes.
How did that go?
It went fine. But fine. We are ignoring the last
yeah.
bits of what happened.
Yep, absolutely. We're just going to skirt past those entirely.
Yeah, if you really want to see what that's about, you could go look at the stream. It's all there still, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's
It was not yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
fun. It wasn't fun.
No.
It wasn't funny. It was it was somewhat distressing at the time, but you know, the situation was dealt with.
It was. Zig's a moderator now.
He is, and he hates it.
Yeah, he hates it.
Oh, no one Zig should have all that power.
Mm-hmm.
Quiz says I'll touch your like button, Sam. Well, all right. I'll have to take me out to dinner first, but.
What have you been up to, Sam?
Not an awful lot this week in terms of streaming related stuff. I did do a little short escape stream last night. Well, last night for me. Quiz says Italian. How dare you? No, man, I'm a cheap date. Olive Garden's fine. Yeah, I haven't been up to much this week. I've had to, well, I say I've had to. There's been some IRL stuff going on in my life, not specifically related to me, but well, no, I mean it's related to me, but not, not directly me. So unfortunately, yeah, I've had to put off some stuff this week. Yeah, nothing especially dire, just stuff I have to prioritize. But no, should be back to the regular schedule now, thankfully. And one thing I did notice, quick shout out to Platty and chat. Obviously, she streams as well as we do. But she's got this thing going on her channel page, which I saw and I thought was absolutely fucking brilliant. What it is it's a scheduled stream, and the thumbnail for it is her streaming schedule.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
I think she's taken that from VTubers. I think they do that as well. Yeah.
No, it's brilliant. I looked at it. I came across it. I was like, "Fuck! Why didn't I think of that?" Oh yeah, that's because I can't keep to a schedule.
There'd be no point in me doing that either, right? It'd be one day. It'd be one day. It's just, yeah, like genius. If you do multiple streams a week that are consistent.
Yeah. I mean, I am supposed to, it's supposed to be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays on my channel, and plus Noir Bar as well. And I do frequently announce them, announce those times at the end of streams. But yeah, things have been a little bit rough this year. They've been a little bit up in the air. I'm hoping things are going to quieten down as we head into winter though. So so yeah, good wholesome video game and fun. Yeah, Platty says I've got free time. So do I, allegedly. Oh, so have you finished the Deponia stuff now then?
Yes, I have. I have officially finished the official Deponia games.
Lovely, lovely. So now it's
at
time
around
for the
anyway.
Chinese knockoffs.
Sure. I don't know what those would entail, considering what Deponia contains, but I would be terrified if those existed.
We may yet find out. Remember, guys, over on File's channel, there is still the $500 bounty for the Tito fucking
Oh
speedrun.
god.
Don't forget
There's
that
also
that's there.
what's the bounty I set for the Droggle Jug one? Because I know I set that.
Like I'm just saying, I know $500 is a lot of money, but if you really want to see Far suffer, it's there.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Where is Droggle Jug? Where is it? It should be here.
Oh.
Did I yeet it?
Oh, I suppose. Wait, was it this week or was it last week? No, it was this week. Oh, I did drop in and do the AAA with Polly and Drunkle because obviously, Sinatra's out and about in the world at the moment, doing IRL stuff as well. And yeah, I was up and about at the time, and Polly was like, "Do you want to come on?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, if it's fine with Drunkle." And everything was fine, and we did have a fairly good time. At least I think so. Lots of good laughs. I managed to clinch the game. Managed to clinch the game
Nice.
with Drunkle prepared right at the very end. Yeah. Yeah, it was. I'm not gonna lie. There were a couple of times I was like, "This is rigged. This is rigged," and then I won. So I stopped saying it was rigged. But no. So if you were there for that, I hope you all enjoyed it. It's a fairly infrequent thing, me showing up on the AAA, but it's almost always a good time when I do. But don't know. No, I was greatly looking forward to tonight's show, tonight's Noir Bar. It's one of those things. I know I seem to say this a lot, but I am being genuine about it. I really do look forward to doing these shows at the end of the week. It's a good way to cap off the week, and as we roll on into the weekend. And I know a lot of people feel very much the same way. So yeah, if you are listening in the future, make sure you let Polly know that in the comments, won't you? There's a lot of hassling. There's a lot of heckling that goes on, and that's fun too. Let's see. Andrew Thorsten says, "I'll dunk a kangaroo." BG says, "Leave a comment. Like what? Like we are lucky Far wasn't drowned by a kangaroo, with how much the wildlife likes to fuck with her."
Sure. Why not? It is a miracle I am alive.
It's not just the wildlife, though, is it, Far? Shit just likes to find your face.
Could
Hot
you have
things.
framed it in a different way?
I could have, but I chose not to.
Why would... Why? 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 Why do I choose to keep coming back?
I'm not sure. You love it here. You love it here. It's obviously it's the chat. It's not for us. You come here for the chat. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. People coming in saying, yeah, feet pics now, please. Yeah, that's why I keep coming back.
That hasn't happened for at least a week.
2 weeks, but who's counting?
Well, you apparently. Frankie Della says Australia, where everything is trying to kill you, even the kangaroo. Mort says, "You know we need you, Far," and Andrew Thorsten says, "'Cause we're so great." BJ says, "Why do you choose to keep coming back?" Low standards.
Ouch.
And
Fucking ouch.
Quiz says, "Yeah, feet."
Great.
I'm starting to think it's a select few people that are the problem, Far.
I think it might be. But yeah, I think I needed the Druggle Jug thing for my stream crawl, so that's back. Because fun fact, you can play the whole of the first Deponia game with a mode called Druggle Jug mode, where everyone just says Druggle Jug. That's all that is said. There is no dialogue except Druggle Jug. It is a nightmare to fucking play that.
As opposed to the regular nightmare that is Deponia.
Yes. Because at least you can read things and try to understand what's going on. But no. Druggle Jug. So that's back on there. Fucking Christ.
So yeah, if you would like to torment Far further outside of Noir Bar, obviously you can do so by hitting up any of those bounties. And honestly, just showing up in chat in general, so make sure you do that.
Yes.
Quiz says, "I don't remember where I stopped playing the first Deponia game." Oh, that's a good thing, Quiz, because that means you can start from the beginning.
Yeah, just play it. Just go.
Fresh hell.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Deponia games, don't get me wrong, but yeah, there's some weird shit in there.
Absolutely.
There's some really weird shit.
Every time I come and watch you play that bloody game, I'm just like, what is going on? How did this happen?
Germans. That's how this happened, because Deponia was made by fucking Germans.
That entirely tracks. That does entirely.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? Including the whole bit with the breast milk. I will not elaborate on that.
Oh God, Far, why? Of all of the things to bring up.
Because that's the one that disturbed me the most.
And you just thought you had to share that, huh?
Yes!
Andrew Thorsten says, "Lousy Germans." Right.
Uh-huh.
What have they ever done to the
Kind of
world?
makes the whole
Don't answer that question.
rope test samples thing makes sense, right?
Indeed. Green Badger Outdoors. Hello, Badger. Good to see you. There's the Germans. Yeah. That is a problem with the Germans. We have many questions for them, but they insisted they will be the ones that ask the questions.
What the Germans do now, this time?
They ask the questions.
Make games.
They make games.
Allegedly.
Yeah, they made games.
Like
BGC.
video board? What are we talking about here?
Deponia.
BG says, "Trauma is meant to be shared, Sam." So I've
Trauma,
heard.
fun for the whole family.
Supposedly with therapists, but you know.
Ah, fuck therapists.
I did. That was a bad move.
Yeah, so
Oh.
have I. It's don't do that.
Yeah.
You gotta play Dustborn. You ready for that? No, I'm not playing Dustborn. No, that I'm not. No, they are not getting my money.
I saw that, Frankie. I'm assuming by the fact you retracted it, you don't want it said. But yeah, I hear you. Oh no, you repeated it. Who has therapy money? Good question. Good question. Such few monies.
Such monies.
I'd love to put that on a T-shirt, but ironically and appropriately, it just wouldn't work. Because you're asking people to buy a shirt that says "such few money." I mean, come on.
It'd be the best kind of irony possible, Polly.
Right, I think.
Such few monies.
Counterballing.
Well, the alternative is they have to kind of like stitch it themselves. Maybe
It's a
maybe that's what
DIY
it is.
shirt.
Yeah, you're sending them the pattern to like fucking cross stitch it onto the shirt.
It comes with like
themselves.
needlepoint kit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sell them the patch with a needlepoint kit. Yeah.
Such few monies.
Dustborn. I keep hearing Dust Bowl, and I'm like, the Germans weren't in the Dust Bowl.
No, they're not talking about the Germans anymore.
Yeah.
They're talking about the new porn.
Excuse me?
Have you? Okay. So in this game, right? They're
Mhm.
supposed to be going around like pretending to be a band or something. I don't really know the exact context, but they sing a song to some god of some city somewhere, right? This is the only thing I have actually seen gameplay-wise of this fucking game, keep in mind. And you play it like it's a like rock band type game, right? This segment.
Mhm.
And the song that's playing in the background, it is... The lyrics go something along the lines of, "We are the Dustborn, we are the new porn." Like, that is an actual fucking line of the song.
That is.
And they're gay?
Probably.
Hmm.
But, yeah, which led to a lot of confusion, when... like, this was, like, Platy, Jacob, myself, and Fritz probably... Maybe Sam was there? I don't remember. We're just sitting there in confusion, like, what do they mean by the new porn? What does that even mean?
Well, you see, sometimes when a man and a woman. Yeah,
But yeah, apparently the game is terrible.
Well, I
Yeah.
gathered that part. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the game is terrible, and no one should play it.
Yeah, Dustborn, Concord. What was I reading the other day? There was some games that ended up getting pushed back or what have you, because of Concord's potential release.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then like 20 people bought Concord.
Oh god, it was government funded?
Oh yeah. Well,
Which
all
government?
All of these.
Germany?
Oh, Jesus.
That's all ESG funding, isn't it?
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
Tens
got
of
to
millions.
Yeah,
figure
the
out how
new
to
porn.
work NEA grants, man.
Right.
Swedish, of course it was.
Yeah. You'd have thought Sweden would have learned their lesson by now, but apparently not.
No.
Oh
Oh.
yeah. Yes.
I
This
forgot
is
about that.
Concord.
Billy asked like a good while back. Sorry about that, Billy. What happened to today's AAA episode that it's taken down?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's what he said
Well,
in chat. And it happens. I mean, I dropped a faggot on the air. That was probably it.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't like violent imagery, does it?
Violent.
Yeah, you dropped a... No, never mind.
Oh. Well, Sanj was showing a video of a marauding gang that like runs buildings like threat-wise and intimidation-wise. You know, go knocking on people's doors, and they're all brandishing long guns and handguns. And I mean, guys, you have to picture it. Like, we're talking like skinny little knock-kneed morons, and they're armed to the teeth. But because they're in a place where like nobody's armed, yeah, it defeats the whole idea of a well-armed society is a polite one. It's like, yeah, all sides had to be armed. That's what makes firearms the fucking great equalizer. Try threatening the hell out of a woman that you want to mug when she's packing heat. Good luck. So, I don't know. I was just watching them, like, in real time, walk up and knock on someone's door to fucking intimidate them. And the person, like, just, opens the door just a crack because they know what's waiting for them. A bunch of fucking kids packing heat on the other side of the fucking door. It's like, and Drunk will say, well, what are you going to do? Are you kidding me? Fuck, you get your gun, air fucking 3 or 4 of them faggots out, and that'll be the end of the problem, won't it?
Yeah, honestly.
And
yeah,
that hence the violence. Yeah, that was probably what did it. Sin said he was going to edit it out. He probably took it down, and then he's waiting for it to go through the compression cycle after you've done the smallest change. It takes forever to.
I mean, it can be like 4, 5, 6 hours or something like that. So it's probably sad going in the
Yeah, to recompress. He probably went out for the night or whatever and just left it to do its thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing polywords anymore. Well, I mean, we are. When I recall, I'll call it a polyword. When not, fuck them faggots. Care. Have you ever
Polywords are back, bitches.
I mean, you gotta tune into Skyver's stream. I mean, like, holy shit, man! Like, that guy's got a foul ass mouth, and so do his guests. I mean, they drop polywords like it's going out of fucking style, man. And they're trying to burn through their cash while they can. And my point is that the only thing that gets demonetization or limited monetization are like unrelated matters to that. To the point where he and everyone he streams with really is just like, oh, fuck the extra $22 a month. Who cares? It's not worth fucking stressing over. It's like, I see your point. Especially when you're like him and you're streaming 4 or 5 times a week for 5 to 6 hours per time. I mean, yeah, AdSense is not going to help you.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, like, trying to fucking self-censor and, shape your stream and all that kind of thing. I mean, look, there's a reasonable amount of things that you do, right? You don't go around dropping fucking N-bombs and all that kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah, notice I won't go there. Yeah, okay, that's just retarded, man. That's how you... Hard R retarded.
I would drop N-bombs on stream. That's retarded. The microcosm of YouTube. But no, it's just one of those, like, if you try and censor yourself and curate yourself, blah, 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 blah. You want to know the one thing that it does do? The moment that there is a slip. Look what happened to Felix. Right? Biggest YouTuber in the fucking world had existed, right?
When you have truly jealous and envious news entertainers watching you like a hawk, waiting on it,
yeah,
pawing through every material for hours and hours and hours until they can find. My God, did they ever come across a gold mine there? The one time it happened,
The stupid part about it all is like, frankly, I mean, especially in like the context of gaming, it's like the words that are used don't mean what the words used to mean. For a start, they're literally being said because they are the most offensive thing that someone can think of to say in the moment. That's all it boils down to. It's not an actual, it's not being used as an actual slur against an actual, affected person, shall we say. You know what I mean? But no, we have to treat it as if it is the worst thing ever because, as we know, when it comes to certain political groups, optics is everything.
Gamer of Lean, thank you for the 350. I wish a motherfucker would try to come to my house. I sent you a video of how to react a few days ago. I still count 13 shots, and it sounds like 9mm. So Fleet sent this video. Did you see it, Sam? Of the guy getting out of his truck and hearing the shots in the distance?
No, I don't think I did. No.
Far, it was so funny. That's all that. This guy's getting out of his truck, and he's like, shuffling the contents of his pockets around, like, okay, I'll get my keys away, just sort of walking up to his front door. And I was hearing this pap, 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 pap off in the distance. So many little shots. He just kind of like lazily turns over and looks leisurely off into the distance and goes, huh. And before the shots are even done firing, he just, back to the direction he was walking in towards the front of his house and locks his car. Or like, hits the, the lock the car up, and that's it. It's like, there you go. That's somebody who's used to a little projectile adversity. It's fine.
Projectile adversity.
I mean, it's one of those. If you can hear the shots but nothing whizzing over your head, you're probably all right.
I mean, at kind of like the echoey distance that they were at, it's not like he's in danger. And something tells me by the way he looked over that he kind of knew it was going to be coming from that direction, meaning probably not the first time he's heard shots coming from that general area of town before.
Yeah, there's a big difference between looking in the general direction where you know something's coming from and like, actual shot locating, right? Your head's on a swivel when you're locating shots.
Yeah. He's like, he didn't really have much of a worry or confusion as to where it had come from and what the situation was. It's like, oh, look, they're shooting again.
Yeah, I think the most you really do in that situation is, pat your hip. Make sure it's on you.
I mean, okay, where I live at was like right on the edge of town of a fair-sized city, but it is like where my house is at, is like right on the edge of town. Yeah, you hear shots coming out all the time, and there's a reason that the street signs on the highway are all shot the fuck up. That's what you're hearing. It's not people shooting it out in the middle of a fucking field. They're being red-blooded males and shooting at the signs. Yeah. Fuck you, speed limit sign.
Fuck you, city limit. Fuck you, school crossing. Oh.
Oh, maybe not so much that one.
Just a little joke for my American friends there.
You know what? I was thinking about this the other day. You know what I'm legitimately confused by? If you go dropping N-bombs on your channel, they're... Okay, remember when people used to joke that the YouTube can comprehend what you're saying? Well, not comprehend, but track the words you're using. And people reacted to that as if, oh yeah, okay, come on, tighten up that tinfoil, man. That's not true. Like, well, think about that. YouTube understands what you're saying, really? It's like, yeah. And then the auto-generated closed captions came along, and it's like, oh wait, it can. Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Dictate's not existed for 25 fucking years.
Oh, right. Good point. Yeah. Absolutely. So you have... Do we see?
That.
Thank you for the $5. Technical question. Should I get a 10mm Chris Vector, or a 300, excuse me, a 300 Blackout Sig Rattler to repel marauding Venezuelans? I have a 308 at the moment, but that's for when they're marauding far away. Call me crazy. Call me irresponsible. But I like to think of 308 as a CQB firearm as well. Not just for distance anymore.
Aim from low and slightly up.
I mean, that's what... I love an AR-10 pattern rifle that's like, 60-70% parts interchangeable with an AR-15. I love that shit. They're cut down that small, and that, I mean, like the Ruger SFAR, that thing's small, light, and still incredibly manageable with that ridiculous muzzle device that it has on it. And I mean, you don't want to be standing off to the side when somebody's letting off with that thing, because you're going to get, concussive blast in your face that you just is just uncomfortable to be standing next to if you're in the lane beside that guy at the range or whatever. But I mean, that's not a concern. What?
The Cannibalistic Wizard in chat says 105mm artillery piece is a perfectly reasonable home defense weapon. I agree.
Right.
Tally ho, lads.
That's for when they make it through the fucking claymores and landmines. Technical question: should I get a 10mm or 300 big rattler? Okay, I'm partial to SIG stuff, but I mean, there's a big price difference between those two. Big. You know, the SIG you can put down once on it. If you need to buy any replacement parts for a Chris Vector, it's going to be expensive. Not that the things are jam-o-matics and you're going to need to start replacing parts immediately, but I don't know. I'd go for the SIG Rattler. But I just really dig Threader Blackout, so there's my bias.
No, you ain't the only one there. No,
But I mean, if you want a 10mm, I mean, holy shit. That's when, you know, pistol caliber carbine ARs come in. An AR in 10mm? Oh, that's just a sexy idea. Yeah, hook that up. Especially if it takes, like, you know, extended Glock mags. Hell yes! That's interesting.
I mean, at that point, you're basically taking the concept behind the old MP5 and going, I want this, but bigger.
Right. Yeah. It's like taking an MP5, but making it, you know, manly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, great gun, great size, great manual of arms. Who doesn't like an MP5 for that? But 9mm, that's its weak link or limiting factor, I guess would be a better way to say it. 10mm, I mean, holy shit. But with 300 Blackout, you're still able to reach out to, like, easily to 150 yards. That's not a problem at all. But all the way to CQB, no problem. 10mm, there isn't that range of options, not even close. Plus, the Chris Vector is, yeah, it's a super cool gun with a very cool internal design to it and lower recoil and all that stuff, I'm sure you know. But it's also big and bulky compared to a Rattler. Very big and bulky. So.
Quiz says, an AR platform, you can't slap like an MP5. That's...
True. True. I mean, Reaper and I've talked about that. The worst design thing about an AR is the charging handle on the back of the receiver where it is, and it's like, man. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you can get adapters for that.
You can, and there are side charging handle AR uppers. What I don't understand is why those never became a highly popular thing. People just accept the rear charging handle, I guess, and just move on from there. Like, well, look at all the different charging handles. It's kind of like a side charging handle. No, it's really not.
You know what the stock one on the AR-15 reminds me of? You know those little squirt pistols with a little plunger on the back of them for drawing the water into the chamber?
Oh, yeah.
It's me of those. I can't get past it. Like, I'm not going to say it's going to put me off owning one, but no, I absolutely would prefer the side charging handle there.
I mean, I put a Raptor charging handle on. The AR that I shoot the most, and once I had put that on there, it sticks out further, and it's knurled in such a way and angled in such a way that it's like, oh man, I'm never not going to be without one of these. It completely changes the feel of charging the thing. You can't miss it, and it becomes ambidextrous. It's so much better than the stock one. Gamervaline, thank you for the 350. Go ahead and show the video. Reaper saw it too. Let's hope my audio's working. Oh, hey, Far.
Yes?
I took your suggestion and ran all the way to the end zone with it. Remember a couple of weeks ago? Hold on, let me do this thing with Valiner here.
Your audio should work, by the way, Polly. I'm hearing the smooth jazz coming through.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Your audio is working, by the way. I can hear the music coming through.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Okay, but that's running on a separate input. It's not like it's being played in a browser.
No, granted, but I can hear it coming through the Discord side of things rather than the video.
Oh, okay. Up. Guns.
Also, Ostsan is asking Polly, what is that thing to the right of the martini glass?
I don't know. What are we looking at? Oh, that's Helpful
In the bar
Hop.
itself.
He's a little bird, of sorts, and he's friends with another little bird that's the harbinger of death.
Yes.
It's a long
he
lore,
is.
and I'm not responsible for it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's a tiny little bird, and he's very helpful. Hence his name, Helpful Hops. He's currently cleaning a little glass there right now. Yeah, I couldn't find anywhere else to put him. Far, if you got it. I mean,
Nah, I don't have any ideas of where to put him.
but you didn't even try. I mean, what the hell?
No, but I don't have any ideas, so why would I try?
He's cleaning a glass, so I'd put him on the bar.
But that's kind of behind the camera frame, if you will.
He's operating the camera. He's just so helpful.
He is really helpful, actually. Yeah. Just this last week, I dropped my billfold on the floor without realizing it. He picked it up and brought it back up to me. It's great. Got a little cold in here real quick, didn't it, Father?
There we go. Fuck. Oh, what the hell? This is a separate video. I'm going to have to download it and post it. Holy shit. Why you make my life so hard, Valine? Okay. There we go. No? So it opens it in the browser to download it, but not to play it in the browser. You want to play it, you open a third-party app.
Because, you know, of course, why can't we just integrate a video into a browser like we do PDFs now, huh?
Actually, that's a good point. Good way of putting it. All right, what we have here is a truck.
All right.
And sidewalk
Very
and
American
gravel yard
truck.
and whatnot. Now let's hope the volume is working. Boom. And it's what? 1:13 in the morning. There.
Yep. Oh,
I love the reaction. He kind of
natural.
like locks it and keeps walking. It's great.
the natural cinematography there is just you can't direct that. You know what I mean? Oh shit!
That's great. And somebody
Beautiful.
was definitely shooting to make a point. All right, see you later, Chris. Thanks for dropping by.
Later.
Sleep easy, dude.
Oh Lord. Oh, speaking of which, my eyes are fucking burning and
All
watering.
right. All right. Do we want to finish soon then?
Yeah, I think that's something we could do. Oh, here, okay. So, I had mentioned a my favorite album cover from Frank Sinatra's Capitol Records period. Right here. No One Cares by Frank Sinatra. I love it because it's so styling. You've heard me describe why. Frank's the only one sitting there staring at his whiskey while there's a party going on behind him. And all the songs are geared towards that. That's what's great about the Capitol Records period through the 1950s. Every album is a concept album towards torch songs, songs for married couples, swinging songs for young lovers. So it's all like, go out on the town and party kind of tracks.
We love a good concept album, don't we, Polly?
Oh, yeah. And obviously, No One Cares. This one's there. So remember that little otter? And I said, oh my God, he looks so sad. And you said, you should put him on that album cover. Okay, I did.
There he is.
Oh,
Now
brilliant.
you have to get rid of Frank Sinatra, put polydub.
Oops. I was thinking about doing that, actually. There we go. Look at him. This is And I did not alter, I didn't make his eyebrows, so to speak, his brow look more sad. That's just the way he looked coming out of the AI generator. I don't know why he looks so sad with his, I mean, look, he's got an oversized glass of liquor and everything. He should be happy.
Oh, Eagle says, my mother had that album. I think one of my sisters still has it. Lucky.
Ooh.
Really? Cool. Man, I would love to stop into like a pawn shop or something like that and find an original LP of this. Yeah, I'd buy it. Definitely.
You missed a golden opportunity there, Polly. I'm so disappointed.
What? What are you talking
You ain't gonna swing by a record store?
about? I've already got Sam Cooke's entire discography. I'm good. I'm good.
You could have more.
So yeah, I mean that's I finally got rid of the some of the other artifacts that came in trying to get Frank out of the picture to put the otter in, and I wanted the otter's reflection in the bar top to look right, and that took a while. Now it does. It's the details that count for. You didn't notice it, but your brain did. So now I need to go find those fonts. The album's still gonna be called No One Cares, but Frank Sinatra. I figure you're going to be the guest conductor.
Yeah, sure.
Just far using a paintbrush as a as a conductor's baton.
No, not even a paintbrush, it's just a pen.
It tells you something. I mean, the time period, right? Look at this woman with a fur stole on inside of a bar.
Right.
Like, I'm not on some fur is murder shit. It's just, aren't you hot, lady?
Well, not only that, but can you
Yeah,
imagine
like,
how
no one
much-
else is wearing one.
Imagine how much washing that's going to take afterwards. I mean, this is like an old bar before they banned smoking inside.
Right.
Washing?
Yeah, you know. What do you do with high quality chinchilla or whatever the fuck fur?
Gentle soaking, I would have thought.
In gasoline?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah. Do you think the new donation is that scary? No, it's
Could be.
not, because I did the rising action thing. It starts off quiet and then picks up over like a full measure, right? The volume right now. Haha! In your face, Feline. And diffuse that bomb. Boom. Garavline, thank you for the $18. I mean, I did tell you my boyfriend is an Iraq vet. My response was, I counted 13. When he texted me to look at the camera, I pulled up the morning playing Boys in the Hood. You pulled up in the morning playing Boys in the Hood, really? I gotta say, either of those shots, I mean, those didn't sound like shots being fired in anger. They sounded like somebody just dumping their mag, or shots fired in icy cold insanity. Who empties a magazine into somebody that steadily? A crazy man.
I was gonna say that they sounded really measured.
Right. So you're shooting someone to really fuck them up over, this isn't business, it's fucking personal. Okay. And you dump 15 rounds into the guy with bang, 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 bang. I mean, in movies, that's usually when your friend runs up to you and goes, yo, he's dead! You know, to get you to stop, you know?
He's dead! He's already dead!
He's already dead!
Exactly. It's like, we should have been out of here a while ago, man. Fuck, he's Swiss cheese. Let's go.
Nah, man, fuck that. I needed to send a message.
Yeah, I'm trying to blow his fucking soul out his body. Give me a minute.
What's it? Going Swiss on a motherfucker?
No, normally that would mean, hiding Nazi money and building cuckoo clocks, but in this case...
Fucking Toblerones, yeah.
Fucking Swiss.
Man, fuck the Swiss.
One of my friends used to call them quasi-commies. Catchy. I should pick that back up.
Mm-hmm.
Centralized planning taken to like a fucking monopoly-like level.
What's the thing that so crypto commie?
Right.
Yeah. That's another term I'm sick of seeing actually, crypto-fascist.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
A fascist that hides that they're a fascist. What? Shut up.
I remember
yes, that well known.
the first time I ever heard that, it was, of all things, Gore Vidal saying it to the guy from fuck. His name was just on the tip of my brain. Got up and ran out of the room. Fuck, I'm showing my sleep deprivation here. The guy from
We should end soon.
yeah, the editor-in-chief from National Review, and he used to host a debate show, Firing Line. William F. Buckley, and Gore Vidal telling William F. Buckley that he's a crypto Nazi. Nobody talked like that in the fucking 60s. He spoke with a kind of like gentlemanly reserve. And most people did. And then you get Gore Vidal up there, and no, he let him have it. And I mean, I'm not a fan of William F. Buckley, but then again, I'm not a fan of Gore Vidal's fucking
Read.
Yeah, crypto commie politics. Are we all going to do this now? Because in the end, in essence, it's a compliment to yourself. Because it's like, what do you mean? You're hiding something? What, out in the open that I was able to see it? Well, yeah, you're complimenting yourself for being able to notice it. You can't hide it from me. I know who you are. You're telling them that, I've detected, I've sniffed you out. Like, great. Yeah. Sniff this.
Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
Pop, pop.
And I mean, when you're only some 20, 25 years removed from World War II, it's a hell of a thing to call an American a fucking Nazi.
No kidding.
It's like, a whole bunch of Americans died fighting them bastards. What the fuck is it with you? But anyway.
Yeah.
So Far wants to wrap it up, does she? Yeah, I think we should. My eyes are burning and I'm not making much sense. So.
I did put a house in there, Polly. It's a nice one. I thought we'd look at something nice.
Vidal, I haven't thought of. Yeah. What do you think, Far? You want to save it for next time?
Yeah. I mean, you sound very tired.
I'm working with my eyes about 10% open.
Yeah, which, you want to be 100% awake for a house, I think.
How am I supposed to play spot the thing when I don't have my eyes, open?
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was nothing in the news or on police scanners about those gunshots. Yeah, that I believe. Yeah, Mort, I agree. It's phrases like crypto Nazi or crypto fascist or so particular and peculiar to the situation in which they're used, like authentically. That's not the right word, but like with meaning. Yeah, most people just heard it somewhere and it sounded smart, so they're repeating it as oh yeah, this is what you say to somebody who, I don't know, voted for Trump or didn't agree with you about DEI or something. Okay. Boom. Yeah, after a pretty harrowing week, I feel like shit, and had to do a whole bunch of work and didn't get to sleep last night. So yeah, I think it is. We're gonna wrap it up earlier than usual. I'm gonna do a 7-hour thing tonight, but Sam and I are testing the water and thinking about doing some midweek noir bars. That might be something that we're gonna do, especially with the Rumble expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Rumble expansion pack. Yeah, holy shit. Cracking jokes like that. Fuck, I've got to go to bed.
We might not go home, guys, but we're sure going to get the hell out of here.
Right? Yeah. It's like a bottle with me. A little doggy bottle. Okay, that brings us to the end of last call here at Noir Bar Live in the Shays District, Noir City. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight for our own little brand of 1940 booze and sleep deprivation fueled banter. I'd certainly like to thank Far and Sam for keeping me company at the bar. It's great to be back after 2 weeks. Just hanging out with you guys.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So after we, now back on the stroll and the roll. And so we can keep it going like that. Last couple of weeks were an aberration. Apologies for that. But we will have the bar open on weekends as per usual. Finally, I'd like to thank the people that I am thanking now for all your generosity. That makes sense, Sam. Leave it alone. For tipping the bartender, that's me, and my 2 friends here, because that's how we keep the fireplace burning. And helpful house paid off, and plenty of juice boxes for Far to leave back here and screw up the timeline. Much appreciated.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
Not you, Polly.
no, don't thank me. Well, thank you very much, everyone. And as we always say about this time, and Far alluded to earlier, you don't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. Have a good night, everybody. And, actually go to bed. I'm going to.
Good night.
Have a good night, all.
Good night, all.
Sketches will be in a moment.
Hold on, it's one of these buttons. Closing screen, that's it. Okay, there we go. Have a good night, everyone.